Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go. It's the ODD family. We gon' do our thing.
Welcome to the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. I go by the name of Astonish, and I'm surrounded by my brothers, man. To the left of me, I got my man, Javito.
What up, mi gente?
To the left of him, Chris Ill.
Yes, sir. What's to do?
To the left of him, our brother came back to join us today, man. We got High Speed.
High speed.
Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least, my brother Reef.
What's goody?
What's going on with y'all boys, man?
Man, living life and loving it, brother. What you mean?
Yes, sir.
Same soup, just reheated, right?
Man, I can't get it off, but you
I'm saying,
can.
bro. You know.
Man, remember, it's Monday. I ain't ate.
Here we
Don't
go.
say soup. Don't
That's
say
because
soup.
you know what though, Reek? That's because we can't get our Monday burrito like we normally do.
yeah.
We normally used to get our Monday burrito, but you know there is that little Mexican spot right down the street now from the studio.
We're going to have to hit it up.
So we gotta hit this. We gotta hit it up and keep
Oh,
it
we're
going.
going to have a
bro.
little taco truck out in front.
There we go. I'm with
Pepe.
that. Let's bring the taco truck in front.
Come on.
Right here.
Yeah,
let's
Javi
go.
don't be putting us on to none of the spots, but
We just found them on our own. It's cool.
That's all right.
yes,
I
sir.
got y'all. Y'all ain't asked.
No, it's cool. We found them. Don't worry about it. We found a bar.
you know
we
we be
found the
hungry.
Mexican spot.
I found Pizza
We are
Hut.
good, bro. We found pizza. What is it? Little
Little
Caesars. We know everything around this spot now. We don't need you, brother.
Little scissors.
Little scissors.
Little scissors. All right, Javi, man. How was your week, bro?
Week was good. Been a crazy day today. Came back from Milwaukee. I had to drive this one dude, one of my coworkers. He couldn't find a car situation. I guess his wife had to use the car, so I had to. He drove over here, and then we carpooled. Dude
Carpooled where?
to Milwaukee to the company.
Okay.
We had to go visit this
Okay.
company, and it was awkward because right off the bat he was like, "Do you mind if I take a nap? You know, you could listen to whatever music you want." And
He
I'm
hit
just
you
gonna have
like
my
the Uber.
earplugs.
He didn't want to talk to you. He hit you with the
Right.
Uber. Like,
I was a little.
give me the Uber like quiet
Silent
button.
mode.
Yeah.
I was a
The
little.
quiet button.
I was a little taken aback by that, but I was like, "Cool, say no more. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Bad Bunny on, some Kendrick Lamar. It is what it is." But
There you go.
it made me wonder though, like,
That's a wide spectrum, my boy.
yeah,
Bad Bunny to Kendrick Lamar is like
Hey.
wide, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it's an hour and a half drive, so I was over there doing my thing, and he pulls out the little face mask, the eye mask, and he
What
put
the-
a little-
Oh, what?
and just
he put the
Fine.
eye
Put a
thing
face-
on to
he,
cover
he
his.
got
We had
real
the-
comfortable.
He had
a
the little neck thing, too, for the
he
airplane?
pulled out a little blanket that was just for your legs. I never
Oh.
seen this blanket before. It just
Yo.
covered his
Fam had a
legs.
snuggie on, Steve.
He got
Fam had a snuggie on in the car. Like,
comfortable.
Airline
Yo,
pillow.
was you going to Memphis or was you going to Milwaukee? Which one
Milwaukee.
was it?
So he got real comfortable, and I was
Pulled
like,
out
he
some
put little
peanuts.
headphones on too because he didn't want to listen to my music. But I was kind of like,
wait, hold on.
Well,
Hold on,
I
time
mean,
out.
you put on Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar. He was confused.
Because I was gonna say, look, Dre. I was gonna say, like, yo, my man said, yo, you can put whatever music you want me to put on, whatever you want to put on, and then proceeded to put his own headphones on. He listened to his own.
That was the most
joint.
politest,
Crazy.
no disrespect. No disrespect.
Respectfully.
respectfully. But it made me wonder, like, what if he didn't do that? Like, would I have changed my music? Would I have like tried to accommodate? What would y'all have done? Like, if y'all were in that situation where you was with a white coworker and
That boy's gonna
Let's say-
learn.
let's say-
You would have had to
He's
put
gonna
on
learn
Taylor
today.
Swift or something?
like, no, like, would I have played that music? I don't know.
no,
No.
fam,
Like,
he's
would I
gonna
have
learn
kept it
today.
PG?
It's your car?
It's my car, right?
I'm playing
Oh,
whatever
no.
I want.
What if it was
No.
your What if it was your boss?
I don't care.
He gonna learn today
You
too.
in my car.
You in my car, sir.
Right.
My
mean?
gas. This is my gas.
I definitely would have played all
Wait a
four
minute,
Kendrick
unless
Lamar
it's going on the
albums.
company credit card. Unless it's going on the company credit card, then hey, look, buddy, what do you want to hear?
Hey,
I got
Bob,
you.
you going to fill up my tank? Because we'll put your
We'll
playlist
put your music
on.
on at that point. Yep.
And I'm sorry, I work with Japanese, so they want me to play all the hip hop. They want
yeah.
to play all that. They
You
don't
know
care.
what? I drove for Uber, and I found like the hardest part of that job for me was what do I play for people in
Clean
the
up
car
music.
when they riding in the
You
car? You
ask
know
him,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Clean
You
up
ask
music.
him.
No,
you're right.
I mean, you could ask them, but certain people, I'm like, and plus, I'm like antisocial. I don't be want to talk to them like that.
Then you
So-
are the
so-
worst Uber driver ever in life.
Well, you know what? It was easier to find music to play like for the people I was picking up late at night.
Yeah, because they didn't care.
Yeah, they turning up. Like
Yeah.
I obviously I know what you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like in the middle of the daytime, I'm driving somebody to Old Head Airport or something like that. I'm like, what do I do?
You
So
gotta
what
cater to your audience, right?
I mean,
DJ?
Yeah, exactly. You an idea, man. I'm just driving you to the
I'm
crib,
driving you wherever
bro.
you going.
Like,
You figure it out.
You can do
yeah,
the
but
tip
you
jar.
kind of gotta stereotype a little bit.
A little.
do you?
I used to just play cleanup music. When I was
this
on
guy's
Uber,
got a-
it's like V103 was popping in there, man.
This
I'm
guy's
not
got a
doing
red beard. I'm throwing on some country.
Yeah, see, no.
Oh wow, I'm
No.
throwing some country on. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I
Not
did? I
Beyonce.
found like the easiest music to play just in any situation. To
Smooth jazz.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, bro.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Some
Smooth jazz?
instrumentals.
Smooth jazz, bro.
Yeah.
Little Kenny G.
Yeah, man.
Back in my day, I drove for a Lyft for like 2 weeks, and I did figure out that was that was the thing. Like you throw on some smooth jazz,
It
or
is,
you throw
man.
you know what, yacht rock. You
What?
throw on
Yacht
some Michael
rock?
McDonald, bro. People ain't even tripping.
What?
I didn't even.
Yacht rock.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Yacht
know.
rock is like Michael McDonald. You know what I'm saying? Like Steely Dan and all of them. That's yacht rock.
It's the caucus people like party music.
I'm gonna be there.
It's like-
Oh, girl, I'm gonna be there. Come on, man.
Throw on some BGs or something like that type of stuff. Like
Yeah,
Somebody
man. Yeah, those things because there's certain type of music that even just because of the bass line, it'll offend certain people.
Well,
You
you
know
put
what
some
I'm saying?
Kendrick on right now. That's offending everybody, I guess, right now.
Yeah, especially if you do it after Bad Bunny.
Did you hear what Axe said, though? Axe said that Kendrick
transitioned,
Lamar
guys. I
makes
transitioned.
music for gangbangers. And I was like, damn, like, I know
Yeah.
hella white people that love Kendrick.
Well,
I am not taking nothing from a man that is not from the culture or for
Exactly.
the culture.
That's
I could
exactly-
care less wherever he from, whoever he man. No,
that
shorty.
is exactly my thoughts. Exactly.
You didn't-
bro,
you didn't-
because it ain't no way. Academics is not like that. You not cut from no type of cloth. So your opinion on it is kind of like similar to a white person from the suburbs.
You only
bro.
aggressive around kids and women.
And women.
Not going, my dude.
Yo.
Not going.
Did you see when he was like, "I'm the prize"?
Yeah, I did see that.
the-
Look, he was talking about a chick, right?
Yeah, he talking
Yeah.
to a chick like that.
Yeah.
You think you the prize? I'm the prize.
I'm the
No.
prize.
You just a richer. Boy,
Boy, yes.
well, what trouble say? May he rest in peace, boy. You just a richer puss.
Hey, remember,
Hey,
brother.
hey,
Hey,
that boy
remember,
that had
brother.
no
Hold on, real quick. Remember, brother. We own our own stuff. Now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta
Oh,
say.
the academics, you just a richer pussy.
We own our own
Get out
stuff
of here,
now.
bro.
ASB, yeah. We own our
I just be
own.
trying to be quaint, because sometimes I can say some stuff that might. I don't care if it offend academics. I could care less. Anyway. You tough around women and kids. I can't go. He
We
should
just
not
own,
have a
we
say
own
so in the
our own
culture.
though, so don't hold back now,
I just
brother.
don't want
Let
him
me
to
know
say-
what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not even because of him being foreign or anything. It's because of him being not from the culture and having everything to say. Who made this mock Fox News for Chicago? Sir, stop. Shut
Yeah.
up. You ain't even
Yeah,
from here.
True.
Boy.
True.
Yeah, for sure. So, Avi, that's your week in a wrap up.
I mean, yeah, but that was my today.
What else
That
you
was
do, bro?
eventful because that was weird.
It
Why
was
would
a
you get in my
interesting
car
ride, yeah.
with the joints and then where you even get the half a blanket from, bro?
Yo.
Like you go in the store and ask for half a blanket?
Boy, you come with a half a blanket in my car.
Car.
I'm riding you out.
Let me describe this blanket. I don't think y'all got the full picture of this blanket. It was shaped like legs.
No.
Yes,
Come
it
on,
was-
like that little mermaid one,
It
little
went
mermaid
on.
tail.
It,
bro.
like one leg was completely covered and the other leg, it was like split. I've never seen such a thing. They look
I
like
have
pants.
little kids section.
little. They look like little pant legs, and I never seen. But yeah, he turned me down in the most polite way, and I couldn't even be offended. So I did what I had to do. I drove him over there. But yeah, this weekend I went to Wrigleyville for St. Patrick's Day. It was St. Patrick's Day. This
So you
weekend.
was out there with the white folks.
Why would you do that?
Because
What made
that's
you do that?
St. Patrick's Day
Celebrating
headquarters,
it.
right
Did it
there,
stink?
Wrigleyville.
Did it
Nah,
stink out there, bro? Because I know they be throwing up and
Yo,
doing all types of crazy
man.
stuff, bro.
It
Like,
was drunk people.
Yeah.
just
I can't be
freaking
around
trying to
bunch of
catch the
white drunk
buzz.
folks like that.
No.
I wanted to see. It's fun. I wanted to see Irish boxing and all that stuff, and drunk girls just throwing up on the curb. What
Yeah,
you
okay.
St. Patrick's
Okay.
Day?
18, dude?
You like That was cool when you worked in Wrigleyville. It was cool then.
I was not getting drunk though. It was just me watching.
No, we're adults. We're not doing that, sir.
the activities.
Bro, a coworker asked me, they was like, Speed, I was like, man, I live in Chicago. I've lived here my entire life. Why do I want to go outside when all the people from the burbs come here and tear up my city? Y'all eat garbage everywhere, you throw up everywhere, you piss everywhere, and then your girls
was talking about that
Come
too,
on,
like
man.
where like the whole entire like Michigan Avenue or Mag Mile was
Yeah.
like full of like trash.
Man.
But they won't do that. Look, let us do that on June 10th.
Let me come through Barrington on Juneteenth and see what happens.
Mexican
Go to
Independence
Naperville.
Nah,
Naperville is crazy. Go to Schaumburg.
We're going to jail. We're going to Schaumburg. We're going to jail. They're locking us all up immediately.
Oh, that's definite. That's
It's a
definite.
definite.
All right, so yeah, Javi, you don't know the right music to play in your ride. I think we figured out that part.
wasn't ready for that guy. You know. I'm glad he just politely turned
Do
me
you
down.
Uber?
I don't.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because they'd be like that guy. Nah. Next car.
Yeah, you want to know an easy way to get a quick 3-star?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar. Which are great separately, but together, I mean, it's an awkward combination.
Well, no, white people say that Kendrick Lamar is a mumble rapper, bro.
Ain't no way.
Ever
bro.
since the
That's 'cause
Super
they can't-
Bowl,
they don't
say
listen
he's
as fast
a
as
mumble
we do.
rapper. That's
No.
real, bro.
No.
Real spit,
What's
bro.
shorty name? Cardi?
Playboy Cardi.
That's a mumble.
Yeah.
Wait, Playboy Cardi or Cardi B? What do you
No,
Playboy
Playboy
Cardi.
Cardi. Cardi
Oh,
B
yeah, yeah.
can't be a mumble
Well, you know,
rapper
Playboy
because
Cardi got the song with Kendrick now.
yeah, but
Don't he got like 3 of them on there?
Well, no, do he got 3 songs with Kendrick on the new album?
I heard.
No, I
something
know he got the
crazy like
one
that.
song with Kendrick on the new album that they've been playing crazy.
Yeah. But that's the only
Yeah.
person I can put down as a mumble because we don't have Designer anymore. Designer's gone.
Oh,
And he rapped in cursive.
Oh God. And Thug's not active.
Thug can't say nothing.
Yeah, true.
Thug can't talk about nothing but money and women. That's it.
Well, Eminem in a diss record to MGK, he called him a mumble rapper. And I was like, I think people got mumble
Y'all
rapper.
got mumble rap
Like
wrong.
they got him like
Confused.
screwed up, bro. Like this is not mumble
That's
rap.
not mumble rap. No.
Like
That
and,
is not.
and for you to say Kendrick was a mumble rapper at Super Bowl when you could literally they have like video and sound saying that he had the most crisp sound that you possibly could have.
He enunciates.
Bro, this is coming from people that can't even clap on beat.
You cap.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come on, say it again, Reed. Thank you.
Say it for the people
Say it
in the
again
cheap
for
seats,
yeah,
Reed.
the cheap
this
seats.
is for people who can't even clap on beat.
Now, too, Reed, check this out. Everybody want to talk shit about Kendrick, but they want to do his 2-step as a meme, right? And did you see all of those 2-steps that they was
my
doing?
God.
Oh my
The
lord.
worst that I've ever seen in my life.
It was like a delay in the second step.
Oh my God, bro.
I thought Beyonce messed them up, but Kendrick totally messed them up.
But hey, he's a mumble rapper, right? And we don't want to hear him at Super Bowl.
I just don't understand how you couldn't shuffle 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left on beat. I'm not understanding that.
We want the Eagles.
Beyonce had y'all bobbing and turning and all this other stuff, and y'all was dying. But Kendrick killed y'all with 4 steps. 4 steps.
It was actually 2, like you said. It was
2 to the right, 2 to the left.
It's a 2.
It's still a 2-step.
For them, it felt like 4.
Okay,
Yeah, but
that's what it is. Okay.
Yep.
Could they
Well,
at
I'm
least count?
just thinking, I guess with mumble rap, when you think about the essence of that, it's like you can't really understand what they're saying, right?
Designer.
So when I think about if you trying to compare Kendrick to that, the closest thing I can assume is you just don't understand what he's talking about because you not knowledgeable.
Or
enough.
you don't want to hear what he got to say, though, brother. Like, that's
Yeah.
really what it is.
No, you wanna hear- give
Like,
me
y'all
a-
was mad that, like, Guns N' Roses didn't headline the Super Bowl. Or Creed wasn't out there doing, like, the Super Bowl or something like that.
Or like one of them
was
death
pissed.
metal. Like you can really understand what they're saying. Like,
Why has Metallica done the Super Bowl? You get the Kendrick Lamar, but Metallica.
like, come on, man.
Which that's crazy because later on we're gonna talk about Disturbed.
Yeah,
But
we will. Yeah, we got to talk about that, but we'll get to that later.
we'll get to that later. All right, Chris Hill, man.
Real quick, because y'all told me that was too long last time. I
No,
didn't do
you just had a
anything.
Craig David.
No.
week.
I didn't really
They
do
do.
anything. This time.
that week,
Yes.
they got a Netflix special.
On me for that week?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
Word.
It's like a limited series.
like 8 episodes.
Hey,
The
you
week
missed
of
it.
Christmas.
I did have a great week. Speed,
It's called
last week.
Everyone Loves Chris.
I had a great week last week. We'll talk about that later over
Oh my
cigarette.
goodness.
But I'm saying like this week no man be honest with you kid turned 13.
Hey, and clap it up, man.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
The kid turned 13, man.
Javi, you
you know?
not clapping.
You know,
Clap it up, man. Come on.
You turned 13.
Yeah,
teenager.
Yeah.
He's a
It's
teenager.
all love, y'all
That's
uncles, man.
theme.
Look, kid turned 13. That was cool. So whatever. But did nothing like just relax because I had a really great week last week. So I relaxed a little bit.
Oh,
Why-
yeah, you need to wind down from that week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I watched a lot of college basketball. To be honest with you.
Okay. There
Like
you
I
go.
spent a lot of we made a lot of money like betting we
Hey,
did
I
like
mean-
we did our thing.
All right.
Like,
All right.
a couple parlays came in, feeling good about that.
I mean, it is March Madness month, you know what I'm
It
saying?
is March
So-
Madness. Selection Sunday. That was another thing I did on Sunday was watch Selection Sunday. And I watched, actually, it was crazy too, is that I watched both the boys basketball Selection Sunday and then the girls. I guess I was in the bar too long.
So you wasn't at
You're
home?
in the bar too
You
long.
wasn't at home? You was in the bar watching
I
all
was in
this,
the
bro?
bar. Well, no, we were
Go home.
Look, bro, look. On Sunday, me and my homie Brandon, shouts out to him, we had brunch. And we had breakfast, and we were eating breakfast, and we watched the Cornell-Yale game, which me and Astonish were talking on the way over here about, like, when you go to Cornell or Yale, like,
Yeah.
you have to go there because you actually want to go there, not because you play basketball.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I
You
don't
just
know
happy
nobody
to play
getting them.
basketball,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? You're just happy to play basketball.
Who the hell going to Cornell or Yale to hoop? No.
But what's
nobody.
funny though, Speed, is that he asked me, was there anybody on there with dreads?
Hey, and guess
I'm
what the answer?
sorry.
Guess what the answer was?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Multiple.
Okay.
So this weekend was St. Patrick's Day weekend, as Javi said. So I didn't do too much like he did, but I did go check out the white folks and see how they were living through their holiday, because
Where'd you check them out at?
around the neighborhood. I didn't go and do anything festive like you. I stayed around the neighborhood. Had me a corned beef egg roll.
Damn, that's Irish as hell.
Corned beef head.
No, it is
Okay.
not.
That's corned beef? Yeah, man. That's
corned beef
Irish.
egg roll is Irish Asian.
Egg roll.
Infusion.
That's weird.
It's a fusion Irish.
It's an infusion Irish, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we did that, and pretty much that was it, bro. I watched a lot of basketball, which I don't like other teams. I was kind of mad because I went to DePaul. I graduated from DePaul. Paul played Georgetown earlier this week. They won. Actually, they beat them twice in like 5 days.
Them dollar tickets.
Yeah, them dollar tickets that we were talking about. And then they lost to Creighton. So, like, that just, like, kind of killed my time. But, it was cool, man. We had a great time, man.
Sounds good.
Always have a great time, bro. You got to live life. Look, again, I woke up 7 days in a row.
man.
That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm back here with my brothers.
Yes,
Yes,
sir, man. Yes, sir. Hey.
You know what I mean? I'm back here with my brothers, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Hey, put the camera on me. I'll drink to that.
Hey, I will
Yo,
too,
King
man. I
Petty.
will too.
Salute.
All right, so Speed, man. We missed you
We
last
missed you,
week,
brother.
man.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man? How was your week, bro?
My week was smooth. I didn't assault anybody at work, even though I felt like I should have twice. What I do? Nothing crazy, nothing special. Friday, lost my wallet. But I think I know. Yeah, I think I know where it's at.
Damn, that's
I-
yo. I've lost my wallet before. That is the most annoying thing in the world, to lose your wallet. But just not even for the money that's in it, but the
Let's get
fact.
everything back.
Yes, exactly, bro. Like, you got to go through all of these hoops and whatever just to do that. Like, that's crazy.
Okay, well, I ain't gonna say I
Yeah.
lost my wallet. I misplaced my wallet because you know how we was kind of lit Friday, and then I
Yeah.
laid down on the couch with some jogging pants, and it's probably inside that couch or either underneath that dang couch. In my homie crib.
I hope
I
you
just
find
was,
it.
I just was lit, and when I left, it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, bro, I'm not going back.
You
to
need
get
your
mine.
license, man.
I'm gonna go back and get this. Okay, sir. I'm gonna go back and get it. He's down the street. I probably can go get it once we leave here. It's just I wasn't gonna do it Saturday morning at 4 o'clock drunk. Just forget it.
Yeah, no.
Saturday rolled around. I ain't going nowhere because I'm 40 and I'm not going back outside.
Yeah, yeah.
But what was it? Then Sunday?
No, nigga, you need an air tag.
No.
Put an air tag on your wallet.
don't go anywhere.
Look,
I
hold
don't go
on.
anywhere.
Hold on. Put an air tag
I need one of those wallets.
On
I really
your
need to get
wallet.
one of those. Yeah.
so you know where it's at all
I need
times.
to get one of those. So Sunday had dinner with the family. Got to kick it with my sister. Yeah, that's a big ass wallet. It's a big ass wallet.
Well,
You can
lose
take some
that.
cards
You
out of
don't
there.
even need an air tag for that.
That mom pulled out a little Bible.
If you drop that, you're gonna hear it.
It's a big ass wallet when you got a lot of credit cards. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's
That
not a
mother-
flex in
that
America.
It's about that's about like 40, 50,000 credit right there. Nigga. Like, what you mean?
Chris came out in Matthews 27:13 and said, "Put an air tag on your wallet."
Yeah.
Put an air tag on your wallet, nigga.
They look like the Bible in the desk at the damn hotel, sir.
That shit weighs 5 pounds. How you lose that? You can't lose
Where
that.
your wallet at, though? I know where mine is, though. Okay, then.
He
So let's
got
move
that
on.
mug in the Indiana church.
Let's
remember?
move on.
Okay, I'm done. Look, Sunday family dinner. Got to hang out with my
What y'all
sister. You really want to know this?
I do.
Okay.
Man, he about to get me mad. I know it was
Hold
some
on,
fire.
man. Reap's hungry.
I know
we
it was
good,
some
we
fire.
All right. Jerk chicken, cabbage, macaroni and cheese.
Let's go to my week.
Stop,
red
stop,
bones and
stop.
rice. I mean, red beans and
Red
rice.
beans and rice, jerk chicken.
Hold on. And then hold on. Baked chicken, mashed potatoes.
Y'all had jerk chicken and baked chicken?
And baked chicken. And mashed potatoes. Oh, and a pot roast with the full fixings. I mean, my sister hooked it up.
And a pot roast.
And the pot roast with the potatoes, the carrots, and all that in there, sir. It was slamming. It was like, you know how the pot roast had a gravy to it because all of it mixed together?
Yes.
Yeah, sir. I need another bowl of that right now.
You know what? I want to make a bowl of chili before it gets too, a batch of chili.
Chili whenever you want to. You're a man.
Before it gets too hot for it, though.
It gets too hot for your boy, Damon. What are you talking about?
You don't think so you don't think that there is a time
Nah,
for chili?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
No
chili
Hell
anytime.
no.
I'm eating chili
Chili
whenever.
ain't soup. Chili ain't soup.
Yeah.
Well, look, I would eat soup anytime too, though. But I feel like chili is like a fall thing, like football.
Nah, hell
chili.
nah.
Nope.
Hell nah.
No?
I will eat chili.
Nah, I eat chili like all year round.
August,
bro.
I'm
Word,
eating
okay.
chili.
Okay.
It's like tuna. I will eat tuna
All
all
right, well,
year
you know
round.
what? Then
Yeah,
next
yeah.
pod, I think I'm gonna bring some chili for us, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Shut up.
let's get it, bro.
Next
Yeah.
pod, I'm gonna bring some chili for the
I
guys.
get to eat.
And you know what? You know what? We're gonna eat it on the pod.
No,
Oh,
we're not.
yeah.
No, we're not.
Yes,
No,
we
we're not.
are, man.
No, we're
Yes.
not.
Oh, we got
A
to
little
do the
steam
hot
coming
wing.
up.
We still got to do the hot wing challenge.
But
Yeah.
look,
Hey.
y'all niggas know how I
Hey.
feel about hot shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna eat the wings, but y'all not gonna have. Look, I love hot sauces. Well, y'all start getting to Carolina Reapers and you know what I'm saying, all that
Ghost
other
peppers,
stuff. Yeah, ghost pepper.
scorpions.
Like, nah, bro. Look,
Hey.
I can only understand
Yo.
what your ass is gonna feel like when you get done eating them wings.
Yo, hey, last time I did a hot wings challenge with Javi. Javi was invited to the hot wings challenge, bro. I thought this nigga was about to die. We had to get this nigga bounty napkins, nigga.
know.
The quicker picker upper.
Javi, did you disappear for 15 minutes on him?
He's exaggerating.
Okay.
No,
okay.
nigga. Listen, I got witnesses, bro.
He had lava booty.
Lava booty is
Yo,
crazy
that's
work, bro.
wild.
Lava
Whoa.
booty is crazy
All
work.
that happened was I said, yeah, this one's kind of hot, and I give up. That's it.
Oh, so you
Right.
tapped out though.
I tapped out.
he
That's
tapped
it.
That's
out, he
cool,
tapped out, he
though.
tapped
That's
out.
it.
Great.
I would have tapped out before my stomach taps out.
Right.
You know what I
Listen,
mean?
bro, I don't tap out. Not with no hot stuff. Like
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, then when you get home, Jewel gonna be like, "Why is the bathroom like this?"
Well, she don't know. She gonna
What's
know.
these blood stains on your underwears?
Hey, baby, just clean them up. Don't
Oh,
ask no
my
Don't
questions.
ask no questions.
Don't ask no
Don't ask
questions.
no questions.
Don't
Wild.
ask. No
Wild.
questions. Just give me the money.
You give me the money.
Oh, man.
Your ass is dumb, bro.
Oh, don't ask no questions.
Underwears look like he was wiping hot Cheeto dust.
Boy,
Oh,
look,
man.
let me ask y'all. Look, and this might be a little disgusting, but
No,
have y'all
don't.
ever
Oh, Lord.
like had it to the point where y'all was on the toilet, bro, and you know, look, don't act like y'all don't wipe y'all ass and look at the toilet paper.
Of course, because you got to make sure ain't nothing back there.
Every time.
But how you look
Duh.
at the toilet paper and that shit was like blood red, and you was like, "What did I
Oh
do
man,
last
yeah,
night?"
man, just eating some flaming hot Cheetos.
Right,
you
like
know
what
what
did
I'm
I do
saying?
last night? What was I eating? Get out of me!
Chris, what is, bro? What do you be eating, bro? That's tearing you
Exorcism on
up
the
like
toilet.
that, bro?
Yes, get out of me! Your head just spins around in a circle.
Oh my goodness, he on the toilet sweating like pops, boy.
Oh my God! Just spraying around like this everywhere. Thank God.
Somebody
now I
open the
got-
window.
Oh, so guys, I got a new bathroom. Thank God for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
You got
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I got a
yes,
new
sir.
bathroom, brother.
That's- he
Look,
had that-
Astonis actually had a chance to use it.
That was
Tell-
that man. It's
tell me
lovely.
about it, bro. How do you
Yo,
feel?
bro, this nigga got a mirror, like a smart mirror. Like it got buttons on the mirror, bro. Like
Hey.
not the ones you could see, like the invisible buttons. You just touch that motherfucker and something happened. I didn't touch it. So I don't know
I
what
told
the
him to
fuck
touch
happened.
it. He was like, nah, I
You
don't
got
touch
that
it.
two-way camera in there. Yeah,
Defroster?
bro.
What you got?
The
Defroster?
defroster, and I got like 3 levels of lights and shit in there, so you can change the colors up. It could be blue, it could be like orange.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you did a whole renovation?
Well, no, shouts out to my HOA.
Yes,
He
sir.
say shouts out to that.
I love y'all. Look, I love y'all. Thank you. So like we got the first bathroom done.
This nigga trying to get his rent lowered.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. 'Cause I'm sure.
I know what really happened. It was
Well,
that
no.
exorcism.
No, it was like get out of me. But apparently they gonna probably try to put that back on my HOA fees, a special assessment. Because apparently my 2 bathrooms cost $60,000. They told me.
Damn.
So it was like, yeah, you might have a special assessment. Like everyone,
Golden toilet.
everyone in the HOA is gonna have a special assessment for me. So everybody in the condominium unit, thank you.
They friends with the pod, right?
They're all friends of the pod. My entire
Doge
condominium
is coming to
unit,
his house.
Friends of the pod, man, because y'all got me too bad. Look, I got a shower. Bro, they're doing a whole like stand-up shower for me in there.
Nice.
Chris,
Bro, I got marble.
You got waterfall shower too?
Yes, waterfall shower.
No
Yes.
wonder.
I got marble. I got all copper pipes now. Like they dug up like the pipes.
I know. I saw that when they was digging all that up, and I was like, bro, you ain't gonna have no
But
shower
they
for like a
changed
month.
everything to copper, my boy.
Okay.
That's healthy water.
Oh,
Man, bro.
You had the
Bro, they
galvanized
showed me that
before?
pipe though, dog. They actually showed me the
I
pipe.
seen those.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh
Pause,
my God, yeah,
pause,
pause that, yo, for real. But they showed me the pipe though.
PVC?
No, it was
it was
galvanized steel, bro.
Oh.
And the entire inside of
Corroded.
it, as big as that pipe was, pause.
Like this big.
It was like that, dog. I'm like, how does this water go through
Man,
this?
this is getting a little
And
nasty.
but no, not even that though. Look on some real shit. Why am I washing myself
And this
in this
still.
rusty ass pipe water?
That's
Like, y'all don't
disgusting.
even think about this.
That's
Like this
disgusting.
is disgusting to think about, bro. Like,
Rust water.
bro, like so. I hope that you guys don't ever have to get y'all pipes fixed to even see it.
No, mine's all copper.
It'll make you throw up.
Mine's all copper.
It literally make you throw
I
up.
seen them snatch mine out and like replace them and everything. It's
See, there
all
you go.
copper. It was copper when they took it out, and it was copper when they put it in. So
I had that galvanized
you.
pipe when I did my kitchen.
Did you?
And,
And they
and I
took
saw
out-
the same thing. They took out a little piece and
Nasty,
it was
right?
just like that little hole.
And you gotta look. You have at least have Chicago water though. So think about. I have Chicago water too. But think about like having to drink that. Like if you didn't drink bottled water, you had to drink out the sink.
Oh, if that was Flint water.
Oh my
hell
God,
nah,
brother.
Bro.
all right. Reap.
Rape, man. How was your week, man?
It was fine until it got here.
Yeah, it was good, but
I'm trying to get to that dinner.
y'all talking about little holes and pipes, and I don't even want to talk about my week. No, it's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. No, you know my typical. My mom and pops were able to make it out to one of Ethan's games. You know, they had been sick and stuff, so they really haven't. You know, weather and all that. My dad's legs.
Has Ethan got signed yet? Did we got a $300 million deal yet or no?
Man, I wish.
I'm waiting.
Man, I wish. I think we all waiting.
We got to catch a game though. You got to invite us out.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been saying that for like
Friday-
damn near a year now.
Fridays are the closest. I mean, he plays on Fridays.
The weekend games?
At 5 Star. Weekend Sundays we're in Pullman,
Oh, okay.
but right now we're in the semifinals, and then next weekend we'll be in Iowa for a tournament.
We got to bring Ethan on the pod so we can talk about
Yeah,
his victory.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So and wear all his chains.
Because we always
You gotta
talk
wear
about
all the chains.
his victories all the time.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear him talk to us about his victories and how he feels about it.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Definitely.
Yes.
You'll be
Yes.
like, yeah, I scored 3 goals this weekend and it was nothing, and I crossed the dude over.
Like, man, I don't even like to play soccer, to be honest with you. I do it because my dad wants me to.
Hey, if Reap finna be
Because
the
you know,
Joe
kids tell
Jackson,
the truth.
yeah, if Reap's finna be the Joe Jackson of soccer, hey, come on, let's get to this 50
That's crazy.
billion, 50 billion.
And what I will say is, you got to catch Reap early, because I did try to go to a game. I attempted.
No, I remember that too. You told me that you was trying to go too. I remember
Yeah,
that.
you got to catch Reap early, bro, and be like, yo, I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
You gotta damn near catch him the day before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the game at?
Yeah.
Now But yeah. my parents were there on Friday. They went to the game.
How your parents doing?
They're doing good.
Good, man.
Got to go grab a bite to eat with them. We
Where'd
went
y'all go
to
eat at?
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
So y'all got some good Mexican food, huh?
Yeah.
They had some
What you get? Did you get a
tacos de
torta or a
lengua.
burrito?
I had a burrito. My wife was.
Of course. Why did I know that?
My wife was craving tacos de lengua, so.
So y'all had some tongue tacos?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
How are they there? Because I'm not a big fan of everybody.
Oh, she said they were great.
Okay.
But we ended up going the next day again.
Oh,
okay,
They,
okay.
they got one over on Higgins right there in Rosemont.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we went to that one, and yeah, it was a good time. And then just been planning for our spring break. You know, we on spring break next week, so.
Well, does that mean that you guys can chill, or does Ethan still have like 3,000 games for you guys to do?
Only 2,000, man. Damn.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's all. So he's got that weekend, the ending of the spring break. We'll be in Iowa for those 3 days.
see, I knew it.
Yeah.
So that's not
but,
a spring
but the
break.
week we got like, you know, we planned a day of bowling. We gonna, you know, just do some
Hold
families
hold
with
on.
the kids and stuff.
And
you
I
know?
asked this on a prior podcast, will there be a date night for you and the missus?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Look at him say, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need my me time.
Yeah.
Because we've been, you know, we want you to specifically have your me time. you know?
Yeah. And we got to, because you know,
he needs that.
we barely get to fit it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My wife, you know, she's an administrator for Chicago Public Schools, so she's got a really, you know, tough schedule and all that. And,
Does she get like time off, like when you get days off and everything? Like, do y'all get like the same days off and things like that?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, that's cool.
That's even
Yeah,
better, boy.
She
Coincide.
just doesn't get the summers off, but she still gets days off.
Right,
So
right.
sometimes they get to work remote and all that. So
Right,
yeah.
So yeah, in the summer you sitting in your drawers while she at work. That's crazy. That's
Right.
crazy.
Wow, bro.
Crazy.
Good life.
It's a great life, man. Damn, I wish I could have the whole summer off.
They're just planning a trip for us at the end of the school year. So I think we're gonna go to New Orleans and
Nice.
Really? So what
Just
are
us
you
two.
thinking about, like in New Orleans, though? Like, what exactly are you thinking about doing there? Like,
Food,
Cajun
and
food.
more food.
well, I know you're bringing the shorties though, so
Crawfish.
I can't say you're gonna go to Bourbon Street and get it in. You know?
Gonna eat a lot of food.
yeah, eat and just sightsee and stuff. You know what I
Word,
mean? And
word.
just-
Y'all gotta go to the plantation,
just
bro.
some plantations.
What?
Yes.
What is a plant? What is
I
the-
would
what is
not
the-
want to go see a plantation.
I definitely do.
We went when we
When
went
I
to
go-
South Carolina and
See?
like Georgia.
Exactly. When I
Yeah.
go
Nah,
down, look,
I-
when I
it
go
was
down there, I
interesting.
want to go to the plantation and see that, bro, for real.
I want to see all of that stuff. Bro.
Yeah.
Like I even want to go to Africa and see where like they was
In
catching a
Ghana.
boat. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, that's part of our roots.
Yeah,
like,
it's part of our history.
you gotta learn that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
gotta educate yourself. And I mean, shame on them Africans that was just selling Africans off.
Oh,
It's a little
right.
You
deeper
know
than
what I'm
that.
saying?
a
And
little
bro,
deeper than
like when I was looking at, I was actually looking this up. That's why I asked you like where you were going, because I was looking this up and like a little bit outside of what is it what in Louisiana? What is it? New Orleans?
Yeah.
But outside of New Orleans, bro, like there's literally like a still standing like slave plantation. Like I just need to go there. Like I know people's like, why do you want to go there? But I just need to go there just
Yeah.
to see that, bro.
I would want to
When we went
I want
to
to
Georgia,
feel that
was
experience.
it
You know what I mean?
Savannah?
We
Mm-hmm.
went to Savannah and like we seen some plantations and
Yeah.
it was just crazy, the property and seeing these little ass houses
I wonder
that they
who
was
still
in.
owns that though, because I'm sure that it's not a. They're not
it's a
owning it about the
historic-
slave
yeah.
shit though.
It's a historical landmark now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then there
So you
go.
can't do nothing with it besides
Okay.
repair it and keep it looking the way it looks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was
And maintain
Beautiful,
it.
dude. I mean, beautiful land.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
And I'm sure it's like sprawling though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's probably like just amazingly like large amount of land that's just sitting out here for the. That's crazy to think about that. That like, whenever I think about plantations, I'm sorry, I always go back to Django.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do.
How is
I'm
that
sorry.
what you think of? Not even roots?
Right.
No, I'll
I'm
go
going back to
I'll
roots.
go back to Django.
Why
And I
Django?
think about, look, we're gonna go into the room and have white cake. That's what I think about every time. I'm sorry. That's just me.
I just think
this
about
nigga's crazy.
you can't treat him like the rest of them niggas.
Yeah. Who was that nigga on that nag? That's all I think about.
No, I'm not with the PlayStation thing. It's too many stories I've read and too much I've learned. Like even just now, even as an adult, it just made me feel some type of way.
But I'm saying though, if you're going somewhere cool like New Orleans, I ain't gonna go do something that's gonna make me sad. Like I've been to Amsterdam like 3 times, and I ain't never been to Anne Frank's house. Cause it's like, why am I gonna just ruin my mood?
You're
and
not
shit?
white.
That too.
Why
I mean,
would
it
you
ain't
go
got
to
nothing.
Anne Frank's house? You're not white.
It's one of those historical things.
You know
Yo,
what I'm
I
saying?
read the book.
I don't
I
want
read
to
the
see what
book.
these white people. I don't care about them.
I
Alright.
read the book though, and it was like I could probably be like, oh, this is where that little.
Yeah,
girl
but I
that
want to
read
see what
about.
they was doing with what they was doing. They're terrible to these niggas. I definitely want to see that because that's me.
Nah,
That's
but
more
look,
my,
if you're in the
you know
middle,
what I mean?
if you're in the middle of nowhere, because when I went to not to say that Virginia's the middle of nowhere, but when I went to Virginia, I went to go do a little sightseeing, and Thomas Jefferson's house was like right there. And I went to
You know
go
he
see
got
that.
black babies.
And he had like little.
see
They
that
showed
nigga
where
house
the
is-
slaves used to stay at and the little houses that they had and all
Yeah.
that. But I'm not gonna go out of my way.
Thomas
to
Jefferson is the reason why we have mixed babies.
Oh no, he's not the reason.
every.
Oh, well, yes, he is.
The last, he's the
What do
reason,
you mean? Absolutely,
he's the reason
why we have mixed
that,
babies.
that last name Jefferson is out there for
Bro,
sure.
Nah.
the reason why you got like light skin.
Oh, you
Brothers.
talking about the way that he went about it? Yeah, because isn't he like Leo Conan? He's somebody who a record executive
Leor
that's
Cohen.
alive. Is it Leo?
Leor.
I think it was Leo. Somebody.
Leor's Jewish though.
It's somebody that's in the music industry. He's like their great grandfather. It's crazy. Or like
Really?
3 times. Yeah. It's somebody that's
I
in the
wonder
music
if it's
industry.
Jimmy Iovine or something.
That's
Could be.
Jewish though. Ain't
But
Jimmy Iovine Jewish?
I think he might
No,
be.
not Jimmy Iovine. It's a black person. There is a black
Really?
person that
Oh, wow.
that Thomas Jefferson crap comes back to, and they back trace
they
it.
can actually
They
like,
traced it. It's
yeah.
a whole I'm not gonna say documentary, but there's like a little special on it. And I can't remember who it is, but he's alive right now. He's a
That's
record exec that we
crazy.
all know. And he'll tell you, like, yeah, we know we part of them, but them. Like,
That's crazy.
we don't know that side of the
though.
family. And they know that this is side of their family. They know that this part of their family is successful. The only thing is they're black.
That's crazy.
What- Don't wanna acknowledge
What I will say is about that is like Javi, you could trace back to where you from, right? So you could go back and see your ancestry, just walk where they traveled, all of that.
Houses, all type of stuff.
Yeah,
I'd like to trace it all the way back down to the Mayans.
yeah,
I'll
for
be like-
sure. So for like Black Americans, we don't know where we come from. So like,
And they was dropping niggas off in South America though. Them Guatemalan niggas was definitely still there though. You gotta stop.
They got
no, for
Brazil,
sure. No,
Colombia.
they was in Puerto Rico. They was everywhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What I'm saying is for people that's in America that's African American, like
We can't trace back that far.
yeah,
We
exactly.
gotta go through a whole
Yo,
DNA
you're
test.
absolutely right, bro. Because they also stopped and dropped a whole bunch of niggas off in Cuba first. They dropped some niggas off in Haiti and Dominican
Oh, yes,
Republic.
sir.
And you
Puerto
went to South
Rico,
America and then
all that. Then they got
came
to,
up. But it was like
yeah.
200 years later they got to America. And it was like, so where's all those black people in Brazil and all these other places?
They got dropped off first, so they forgot their roots.
Yeah,
Man.
so for us wanting to go and see like plantations and stuff like where the slave trade happened, it's not more so like so much of a sad thing for us.
Yeah.
It's just tracing back to
Where
man.
we
I
came
know that
from, bro.
this is where we came from. This is as far as we know. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? This is as far as I could trace back. You know, there's some people that are fortunate enough where their parents, their grandparents, their great grandparents, they knew where they came from. But for most Black Americans, they have no
We ain't got
fucking
nothing besides
idea.
Mississippi.
And on some real shit, like, you're absolutely right. Like, I talk to people about this all the time. And like, it's like the non-black people that always say, like, nah, man, I would never want to see that. But like, you know,
It's
us
a
as black
reality.
people, like,
We
like,
know
yo, we
this.
definitely just
We
want to go,
live
like,
this.
I have to go check this out. Like, especially like me being like half of my family, like, well, not half of my family, my entire side of my father's side is from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Like, my granddad is actually from France, blue-eyed, dark-skinned, black male. You know what I'm saying? He came over here. And then there's my grandmother's Creole. You know what I'm saying? From New Orleans. So it's like, yo, like, I've never been to New Orleans. I got hella family out there, probably that knows me, but I don't know
No, them, yeah. I
Your
hate
grandfather was Reap. Who you said his grandfather was?
Who?
The one that Chris said looked like? It was
Jill Scott Heron.
Gil Scott Heron.
You know what though? You see, look, you just brought some bullshit up, and you shouldn't have did that. See, I'm not even gonna talk about the nutrigenics, bro.
Look,
I
y'all,
ain't bringing it up. I
see,
ain't
see what
bringing
y'all
it
on?
up.
He
Look,
brought it
I ain't
up.
bringing it
See,
up.
get to the
So
topic.
you know what? Me and you are gonna just tag team him. Pause.
No,
on some
pause.
bullshit.
Look, get to the topics. Y'all see, y'all finna start this bull. Let's get to the topics. What we doing first?
No,
Y'all on that. I see it. Y'all
No,
on time,
man.
y'all on.
I think-
Look, hey,
We should take a break, bro.
Reap said is no.
I think we should take a break right now because y'all on some bull right now. Y'all gonna have me get hot real quick.
Chris
Keep
needs a-
calling me Gil Scott Heron.
Chris needs a smoke break.
I got a mean dark pair of shades. Face.
All right, well, let's at least get through the week.
No, let's get through the week.
So, Reap, was that the end of your week?
Yeah. That was the end.
All right, what's my week, motherfucker? Because
where's your
last
week?
week I didn't even get to my week.
I'm sorry.
Well, you did that. That was your fault.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
gonna
nah,
hate me.
it definitely was.
Chris about to hate me because you do look like your grandfather was Gil Scott Heron. I ain't even gonna lie, boy. Hey, I'm looking at this man right now like, boy, hey, your daddy was a lady killer back in the day, boy. Granddaddy was killing them, boy.
I ain't mad at you. That's just
OG
real
too.
shit then. Like y'all think that I was young. I was around a lady killer.
Look, I don't even know why you mad.
It's not an insult.
Leave it alone before I start talking about this goddamn low T. We've been talking. Look, I left the low T a long time ago.
Say you.
So you're feeding into it. Don't do that.
I said Bo
Damn
G.
me, that does
You know,
not.
like Bo G.
But he does look like Chris.
Nigga, that
like
don't look like me. I don't
Chris,
have
that look
no
like that could be-
facial hair like that.
you need actual.
Niggas, you know what? You sound like a white person right
Usually-
now.
usually-
You look like a random black dude.
You need
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you look
Nah,
like
B.
Chris Rock.
Nah, B.
But no, I don't. Chris
had-
Rock looks like Chris Rock.
He had banana oil and you only use shea butter. That's what happened. All right?
Nah, man. We not finna do that. We not finna do that tonight.
Oh,
Because look, y'all don't want me to go ham right now. We not finna do this. You see, I got this glass in my hand.
Get the camera off him, but
Let's keep this podcast
Going.
positive.
We gonna keep it going.
Let's keep it positive.
We gonna keep
No,
it
let's
going.
talk about that though. Like that first little thing after you, bro. Like for real. Like, what happened with your day? Like,
Yeah, how was your week,
bro? How was
Astonish,
your
how
week,
was
brother?
your week?
Well,
Let's
you
hear
know
this.
what? Thank
I
you.
know it's probably
All right,
all about
thanks.
the kids though.
Look at this nigga still talking. Goddamn, nigga.
Are we ever gonna get to his
Can I
week?
get?
You're still talking.
Y'all are children.
Can I get to a moment? Shit, goddamn.
You always have a moment.
How's your life?
I ain't do shit, y'all.
Next.
Oh my goodness. We did all- How's the baby treating you at least?
Yeah, we talked about this all the way home.
That's exactly why I didn't do nothing. I just been on daddy mode, bro, and it's listen. I don't like it. Some of y'all like the newborn phase. For me,
Nah.
not
I'm
at
cool
all.
on it.
Reap, you
Nah.
don't like it neither.
Nah, I'm glad I'm out of that.
Nah.
Oh, bro. Like, I don't know if it's like a woman thing or something, but like I've heard people, they tell me, man, appreciate these moments because once they get older, you going, no, I don't. I didn't really start appreciating my son until he was 2.
Because now he has an opinion. You could talk to him, some type of way, ask him things. It's a little more interactive. Before it's just do-do-do-do-do. You talking to yourself.
Exactly,
I
bro.
mean, you love every stage, right? Every
Yeah,
stage
yeah,
has its
yeah.
thing, but it's just so much better when they're independent and you don't have to
yeah.
be watching
Oh,
every
yeah,
second
man.
or doing everything for them. You know what I
It's
mean?
a world of difference, man. Like, you don't love them any less. You love them from the minute they're born. But once they become a little bit more independent, walking on their own, talking, can tell you, pizza. I bet. I know you want pizza. I ain't got to guess no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the moments that I appreciate. Like, my son, like, now I'm like, all right, cool, man. Like, this is everything. And I can't wait now for my daughter to get to that point. But for right now, you just keeping me up a little bit more at night, keeping me busy. Like, I always got to pick you up. She like to be spoiled. Like, she don't even want to lay down on her own. She like, man, pick me up. I'm like,
That's what you're supposed to do.
Welcome to fatherhood.
I mean, I know that's what I do, but I don't have to like it.
You know she gonna have you like this for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, wrap it around
For
your
the rest
finger,
of your
bro.
life.
Wait till you get to the attitude stage.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Hey, listen.
You're going to be like, I wish you was waking me up in the middle of the night so I could carry you.
Hey, man,
'Cause
listen.
that I could backhand her right now. You can't do it. You could think it, but you ain't gonna do it. But you
My
can think
grandparents told me to grab a switch off the tree.
Yeah, that was me too.
And if it wasn't sufficient enough,
you go get another one.
go get another one. And if I gotta go and get one, you really not gonna like it. My grandfather used to have this belt that he never wore. He just hung it
It
up.
just hung up. Yeah.
It looked like a rock star belt.
Yeah.
This
But
thing had
Are you going to do that to your kids, though?
I can't pitch it. I
can't see
I
it.
really can't pitch it. I've never hit my son at all. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
neither. He's 13. He should probably get spanked. No, he doesn't. He's a good kid. He don't do that.
Now once he gets old enough to get punched in the chest,
That's a different story.
I'm gonna punch him in the chest, bro.
Yeah,
You really
punch
come
him.
out
I've
of
heard you
pocket.
say that a couple times already. I'm starting to think you're looking forward to that.
Yes, I
believe
am,
it,
bro.
though.
I am delighted.
You ain't gotta
bro.
believe it until you have to do it, Chris. And you're gonna be like, man, y'all ain't gonna believe I had to punch this little nigga in his chest. And we gonna sit here and be like,
yeah.
why? We
I
ain't
don't-
gonna be concerned
I don't
of you
have
hitting him.
to
We're gonna
punch
be
the
more
nigga in
concerned
the
of
chest
why he
because
hit
the
him.
nigga is fearful. So you don't have to punch him in the chest.
But I'm just saying, that day that it
Just
comes,
put the fear of God in him.
you can put the fear of God in him, but the day that comes where you do lay hands, Chris, watch you come in here and tell it and be like, man, I can't believe I had to do this.
I'd probably cry if I really had to punch that
Oh
nigga.
no,
You gonna
listen.
cry, but
I'm
you gonna-
definitely going.
you gonna cry.
I'm definitely gonna cry because you never want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm playing like saying I'm looking forward to it. But if I got to,
You
I
feel some
do
type of way.
believe. I do believe that there's certain things that I went through in my life and discipline that I had that taught me certain structures. And I don't know if that I'm really going to apply that, and I hope I don't have to apply anything.
No.
And especially for the people that's watching, because right now you can't even do nothing like that to
No,
your
you
kids.
can't.
So hey, for
The police called on you.
the police and everybody that's watching, I'm never gonna put hands on my kid.
Look,
hands
I
off
don't,
feet.
I don't know what you're talking about. My son will be, Prince will be 21 tomorrow. I'll put hands and feet. What you talking about? Give me that domestic. If that's what I gotta do to save my son, I'll take that domestic on my mama.
Shit,
He's
you
21
might
tomorrow.
start putting hands and feet on your ass at 21. No, don't you look at me, old man. Don't you look at me, old man.
Ask my son.
We dealing with wine
No.
years right now.
No.
Don't you look at me, old man, talking
Hey.
about
I-
give me the ugly face like,
Yeah,
whatever, nigga.
still-
Whatever, nigga, you're 40.
I still
whatever,
play.
nigga.
I still play these sports. I still ride this bike. I still hop on that scooter.
That
I'm
don't
still in
mean
motion.
Nothing. Them
I-
knees still creak every time you get up out the bed.
No.
Crackle, crackle.
No crackle. Mm-mm. I take my supplements daily, sir. Okay, I know my age. Okay, so I'm taking all the vitamins every day.
I will say, man, Speed
I
is
love
like
y'all, man.
in great shape, and he eats
Amazing.
amazing.
I eat
You know,
amazing.
he
That
eat,
nigga had pot roast the other night, jerk chicken, talking about he eat amazing.
yeah, but you
If
gotta
my
just know-
run pot roast, that's my one red meat for the week. So be it.
I'll
Because
get
I'm
you.
only doing red meat once a week.
I'll
Everything
get
else is chicken and fish.
Yeah, he know when to eat what he's gonna eat. He's very particular about.
I'm not catching gout at 20.
You know what? You
That's
know
all
what?
that salt.
I
That
don't.
feet
I,
fat.
I don't like that you just
All that
did that.
salt.
I don't like that you just did that. You know
What'd
what I'm
I
saying?
do?
Because you like to put all my information.
I didn't
out.
put yours. It wasn't
got the
about
gout?
you.
It was me. It was
It
me.
wasn't about you.
When'd you get the gout?
Mention names.
It was me. What'd you say?
When'd you get the gout, bro?
I think it was more of a gout scare than the gout. Because is gout irreversible?
Yes, if you just
back,
stop
yeah.
eating
When you
so
get
much
the gout,
salt,
bro, like
Diet change.
you have to change your diet, not eat so
Yes.
much sugar and some
No salt,
processed
bro.
stuff.
Lifestyle change.
no salt.
Processed foods.
Yeah, well, you know
like-
what scared me? It wasn't really the gout because it was my first time hearing about gout.
Oh, that was when you had that Tonka boot on, right?
Yeah.
Now you remember Reed?
Yeah.
The Tonka boot is
You
crazy.
had a
Tonka
special.
boot.
Rob
that-
had to wear a
it-
special
special
shoe.
shoe.
The
He had to wear a
city, the
special
city
shoe
had
for
to boot him.
That boy had on some Nike Monarchs and some compression socks. I'm sorry, bro. I love you to death, though.
I know, Gail.
I love you, bro.
Skechers. I thought he had
know,
those Skechers.
Yeah.
That nigga had
It's
on some
all
hocus.
good.
Said he put a boot on him.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. I
And
had
the boot
a-
had the Velcro straps on it too.
Yeah,
No
I had
laces.
I thought this fool was going skiing.
Hey, you know what? All y'all niggas ain't shit. All y'all niggas ain't shit.
Yo, we was there and we couldn't understand it.
Oh,
We
shit.
like, nigga, how old are you?
Bro, I had
my
to
God.
Is
strap.
the blood pressure up too?
Oh, my God.
I had to
dog.
strap that motherfucker up, dog.
I
That
got
shit
tears
was.
in my eyes right now,
Yo,
bro.
he
Messing
had
around with y'all, bro. Like, for real. I
Sorry. I'm
That's-
not sorry, but I'm
I
sorry.
literally have tears in my
That's
eyes.
sad.
How don't you remember this?
Everything's sad to you today, bro.
Sad. The poor guy, he had a shoe.
This mother gonna start playing freestyle when we
That
leave.
man had the salts. You had the salts like you get the sugars. He had the salts.
All right, we done. We quit.
We're done, bro. How was the rest of your week?
I had to, y'all brought me back to a terrible time, and I wasn't 20, by the way.
He was 23.
I doubt it could get any worse.
Damn, I doubt it get any worse, bro. I doubt that.
Did you? The name of this episode
that's
is
enough,
I
that's
Gout
The
That.
name of this episode is going to be called Gout.
Well, I named this episode. It's definitely not called that.
What about reasonable gout?
Hey, bro, let's go. Let's go. Reasonable gout, bro. Let's go, B.
Hey, Javi was quick with that one,
He
too.
was.
Hey,
That was a good one, Javi.
you get a raise. You get a raise, Javi.
You
get a
do.
raise.
I'm
Gold
crying
star.
over here.
Some of the money that we docked from your pay is going to come back for that one, bro. Trust me.
Damn.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Oh man.
The boys are back in town.
we back, baby. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
man.
Topics before we get.
Okay, I got a
Hey,
question.
hold on,
I got a
real
question.
quick though.
What's up?
Breaking news.
Oh yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking
so,
news.
Just came on the phone. So, we've been in basketball. I didn't want to bring up sports this early, but in basketball, everybody's been like hurt.
Mhm.
AD's out. I think Joel Embiid's out. Kyrie's out. Is LeBron out too? I think with a little.
Yeah, but he gonna be back soon.
But out for the season, Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Clippers wasn't doing anything.
But I'm
anyway,
just
so-
saying, bro, what's going on with all of these basketball players that are out for the season?
Wasn't LeBron out the same time last
Y'all
year
can
too?
believe that bull if
Right,
y'all
he
want
always
to.
out in March.
I can believe it if you want.
I
To.
don't.
last
that's what I'm
year?
saying. Was he?
Yeah, I
the
think
same
so.
time.
I think so.
You think he's preparing for the playoffs then?
Probably.
Takes a little break.
But
around
bro,
these
like,
times.
why is everyone getting hurt and like having season-ending
And the
injuries?
craziest part of it is that like they all got money. They're all paying for personal trainers. They're getting way better personal
Chefs.
trainers and chefs than they had in the past. And in the past, you didn't hear about all these.
Not at
injuries.
all.
They
Not at
played
all.
through him. You got to remember. In that
I just
time,
wanted to put that out though because that was like real
quick. And it was like in that time they played through those injuries. Mike played through food poisoning. Come on, them boys wouldn't do that now. They my stomach
All
hurt.
right,
I'm not
hold
playing.
on. Javi,
I got diarrhea.
you gotta
I'm not
listen to
going.
Reek real quick.
Oh,
What you got, Reek?
So there was a post. LeBron must be taking March off every year to get ready for the playoffs.
That's right.
March 2021, he was hurt. March 2022, hurt. March 2023, hurt. March 2024,
Damn.
and this year.
That's
Why
crazy,
are we just
bro.
paying attention to that? Apparently, it's been going on for a while.
Wow.
Rest up,
I'm not mad at it because if that's what you're doing,
man.
yo, if that's what you're doing to get ready for the playoffs or whatever, like,
Nah, man,
Prepare
Mike didn't do
yourself.
none of that
That's
though,
cheap.
bro.
Bust.
I mean, I'm not saying I respect it, but at the end of the day, bro, like this is a whole different league. Just the same way as this is a whole generation. Motherfuckers don't move the same way that we used to move back
True.
in the day.
True.
You know what I'm saying? This a
True.
whole different league.
They felt.
It's a softer league.
I mean,
yeah,
how they
well,
get
for
hurt?
Sure, for
that,
sure.
that kind of explains why he's still this old playing basketball.
Because he gets that time management.
Yeah.
he manages his time well.
Yeah.
But you
Nah,
gotta remember
but-
their recovery is different now too. They got people that your job is to help me recover.
Well, I
Your
thought
job
they
is
was
to find
spending
the
like-
latest and greatest way to recover.
They
They
got
were spending like
personal suction
$300,000-$400,000 on their body, bro. Tom Brady, LeBron James, all these guys, they spend all that money on their on
Food,
their body.
massages,
Yeah, exactly.
muscle recovery, everything. Those ice baths, all
Yeah.
that crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Those
but-
little boots, like the air boots that they put on their feet and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And the gout boots.
And the
But
gut.
now I won't put that on LeBron James because he has played a lot more than everybody that goes out on some injury shit.
Because
You know
how
what
many
I'm
times
saying?
has Paul George been injured now?
Man, bro. But Paul George, man, I give him grace because he came back from a gruesome injury.
ACL, right? Or was it was a meniscus?
No, I'm talking about when his whole leg came
Oh,
off.
when he
Oh,
snapped
yeah.
the
That was
that was when he was in Indiana, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when
yeah, I
he was in
remember that.
Indiana, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so for you to come back from that, he came back from a Sean Livingston, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and people don't do that. So for him getting injured, I'm like, okay, I can expect that because what you came back from. You know
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
saying, like in total this year, I feel like this is like one of the most like filled years of like all of the high end players
Or
are
maybe-
getting hurt.
Or maybe they just using LeBron's strategy, and now everybody's paying attention. So
That
now it's gonna
too,
be like
though. Maybe
y'all gonna have
that's-
to prove these injuries next time around.
Isn't Wemby out too for the rest of the year?
Yeah,
for the end of-
yeah.
yeah. But that's like a blood clot situation, and he.
That's
It's
you gotta
still
take-
an injury though, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but you
like-
gotta take those
Nah,
things.
that's not
That's
an
a
injury.
life-threatening
That's a
injury.
medical
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
But I'm
that's-
still, I understand that, but he's still out. So I'm
Yeah.
saying, like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
with all of these?
the other ones. I feel like they just taking the LeBron route.
They
Get a
taking
little
a little
rest.
break.
Get a little
I saw Kyrie's. Kyrie's was real too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kyrie's real too. Yeah,
Kyrie's-
Kyrie
footage.
couldn't even like walk.
Yeah.
And didn't he have to shoot a free throw
He did.
afterwards?
He did. Like
He
a
had
G.
to shoot the 2 free throws, and what I respected, man, he went to the free throw line and he said, "Thank you, God." So, like, even in your lowest of moments or whatever, for you to be in that position and you still be thankful for something. That's why I rock with Kyrie, man.
Yeah,
Because his mindset is just like the mindset that you're supposed to have. You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
Now with Paul George, and excuse me because I said the Clippers earlier, he's not on the Clippers no more. He's on the Sixers.
Sixers, yeah.
But for both places that he went to, why the fuck would you put Paul George next to Kawhi, who's always injured, and then then you go ahead and put him next to another nigga that's
Joel
always
Embiid,
injured?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that make sense, bro? It just doesn't. So, like, some of these things you could just look at and it's predictable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing in the future for those teams, and they get what they deserve. You get what you paid for. Just like the Dallas Mavericks. You brought AD over there, you thinking, oh, let's get rid of Luka because he drink a couple beers and smoke some hookahs.
Right.
But you bring the motherfucker.
You bring AD over there though.
Right, it gets hurt.
Like
he didn't even play.
That's Mr. Glass.
No, he played that one game and he was going off. When
And
he's
then
on the
got hurt.
court, he could go off, but he just made a glass, bro. And it's crazy because he's from the
Unbreakable.
crib.
Unbreakable.
If he could remain healthy, he would be one of the greatest players
But think
of
about
all
who
time.
else we could have said that about, bro, who got hurt and is the same type of player. Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
Same thing, bro. Could be an amazing guy if he was if he could stay not injured, bro.
Man, Derrick Rose, bro.
But D
Derrick
Rose had at least a little run
Yeah.
before he
AD did too, though.
No,
AD had a
AD was
run.
hurt a lot of places, bro. Like every
Oh, yeah.
stop, AD was hurt.
He was consistently hurt.
Tragic.
All right. Well, I would like to move on to a topic.
Let's do it. Let's do one in. Let's get one in before the break.
Yeah, because I have a question. A question that's probably been on a lot of people's mind in America. Why do sandwiches taste better when somebody else make them?
Because I didn't get it. I don't have to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
And do you agree? You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely 1,000% agree. Like, bro, I had a gas station sandwich today that tasted better than a sandwich that I probably make
I
by
don't
myself.
know about that, bro.
Real spit,
Gas
bro.
station?
Oh, everything I
Yeah.
love, y'all think I'm playing. It was great, bro. I ain't gonna
What
trip.
kind of sandwich was
type
it?
of
It was
gas
turkey.
is it?
Potato
Huh?
salad.
It was
sandwich.
turkey,
Turkey with lettuce.
lettuce. It had tomatoes.
Hey, listen, we ain't got no Wawas
Amazing.
over here. So Wawas make some good sandwiches, but they not in Chicago, so
I had a good sandwich. Like, no,
nowhere
leave me
near
alone.
the Illinois area. So I don't know where you went. What gas station was it that you? This wasn't a Citgo, was it?
No, it definitely was not a Citgo. Citgo only had like a good beef or a Philly cheesesteak or some tacos.
Look how Speed looking.
Philly cheesesteak from
Speed is so.
Sitco?
Yeah, because you know the Citgo usually has like the little restaurant on the side of it. I don't know about y'all, but that's how my Citgos are by my house. There's usually like a restaurant like
South side.
next to it. You know what I mean?
South side.
Exactly.
South side.
It's different than it is out here. Like when you just walk into your Citgo just has
Yeah,
They got-
has the Akbar in it, and y'all gonna try to get some.
I got like some
They be
chips or
having all the lights in the windows and shit. Like, what y'all think this is, bro?
It's Vegas or something, man. All them CBD man, get it all out and selling them gas station pills. Stop
Dick
it, slime.
pills, yeah.
what? Horny
Bro,
rhino.
You know what it is about the sandwiches from other people? I think they taste better because you feel like they made them
With love,
love. Right. Because when you make your own sandwich, you're doing it all like, oh, I can't believe I'm making this sandwich.
girl, be mad at you.
What?
Spit
Right.
on that joint.
But
What?
if somebody else made it for you, you're like, they made it, and I'm gonna eat it. So I
No.
think it gets like extra 5 points just because
He
of
said
that.
they made it, and I'm gonna eat it.
And I'm gonna eat it.
That's
No.
like
gonna
T.
eat it.
That's like T-Pain said. She made us drinks to drink. We drunk them, got
and
drunk.
we drunk them and got drunk. And now she knows. She thinks I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
man.
nigga, of course. That's what you're supposed to do with it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
No, but I definitely think sandwiches are better when they're made by somebody else.
No, I'm not going. No.
You don't think so?
Your sandwiches taste
Please.
better?
I do
Man, I-
make some good ass sandwiches.
Come on, yeah, I'm in there with the French bread and everything. What's going on?
I don't know.
I think
man.
we just use that as an excuse because we don't want to make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
know
might
what
be.
I'm
It
saying?
might be. It might be.
Look,
I ain't
That
gonna
might be
lie.
it, bro.
It's
Yo.
like, nah, come on, baby. It tastes so much better when you do it.
Right.
No.
Yeah, hell
When my
yeah.
mama makes a sandwich, it tastes way better than the one I
No.
would've made.
I'm saying, Javi.
What?
My mama put Italian dressing on that shit, and I didn't even think about that. Like, man, it tastes so good. I'm like, damn, what did you do? She was like, yeah, it's my little secret, and I saw her do it. it was Italian dressing. I was like, damn, this tastes good, bro.
They doing something.
I'm sorry,
different.
Mom. I didn't mean to give out your secret.
That's not a secret, fool.
Now the whole world know, man.
No, that's her.
Now you done gave it up.
Yeah, I done gave it up, bro.
It's no longer a secret.
No longer a secret, bro.
Now, I'm just like, I don't know. Me, I'm a person that like I really like sandwiches. So that's probably the worst thing you could say that I would eat is a
What's
cold
your
cut.
favorite sandwich, bro?
Me?
What's your favorite sandwich? Yes.
Turkey Club.
I want all y'all. What's your favorite
Turkey
sandwich?
Club.
I love a good turkey club.
Turkey
too,
Club
bro.
is
For
will
real.
always be my go-to. Lettuce,
Amazing.
tomato, onion, and I need the jardinera oil on mine.
But do you need to make sure that it
I
has
want
the
jardinera
stick
oil.
in the toast? You gotta have the stick on
No,
top
I
of
want
the
mine on
toast with
French
the
bread.
club. Oh,
I
you want
always
it on
want mine on
French
French
bread?
bread. French bread.
I need
Because
mine to be
regular,
like a club.
yeah, my club, I want it on French bread or yeah, it gotta be French bread or roll or something. I don't like the regular sandwich bread. Like if I
You gotta
have
do
to,
the toast and stuff like that on the
yeah, it's
clubs now.
cool. Yeah, I don't know French bread.
What about you, brother?
I like that Panera Chipotle chicken sandwich.
Ooh, that's not a bad.
Oh, so good.
I don't know what that is.
Panera bread sandwiches are raw.
I
ain't
love
front.
Panera.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
are.
gosh.
They are.
What about you, Javi?
I'll go with the potbelly mushroom melt sandwich.
Potbelly mushroom melt. All right, wreck on wheat. Yeah, wreck on wheat with some mushrooms.
That's a lot. That's a lot of meat right there.
I'm Italian
Pause.
guy, bro.
Pause.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right,
Whoa.
son.
I'm not eating it. I told you I got the mushroom one.
I just need the wreck on
Jesus.
wheat with mushrooms.
What about you, brother?
For me, I'm the Turkey Club too. With everything that Speed said he had on it, but I just had mustard. Like
Do you like the regular bread or you like the club, like he said, like the roll bread?
the French bread, man.
Which mustard? Yellow, spicy, or Dijon?
Dijon, yeah.
I like yellow mustard.
What?
Yup,
Mustard.
He want Heinz mustard, boy. Okay.
Dijon.
Niggas
Turn
talking
it down
bad, but
Dijon.
somebody gotta do
What
it.
you
Got my
mean?
foot up on the
Dijon
gas.
is- That's the top notch. Why are you turning down Dijon?
Who's turning down Dijon?
Nah.
Pardon me, do you have any
I'm-
Grey Poupon?
Nah, bro. Like
Grey
I'm
Poupon.
just not. That's not my thing, bro.
No, it's like people in that. What is it? Jimmy John's mustard? That ain't for everybody.
I really
I-
do not like
I-
Jimmy
and
John's.
I love it. I love it.
I really hate Jimmy John's. That's
I
the
like
worst.
their bread, though,
That is
Brody.
the worst. No,
Their bread is
I
amazing.
hate the
Their bread's
bread.
amazing.
What?
The bread
sweet.
is
It's
the
really sweet.
worst to me, bro.
What?
Yo, I promise you. I promise to God, bro.
Jimmy
I-
John's. People go in there and
nigga.
just buy the bread. You know that, right?
Nigga, I hate. Fucking hate
Damn.
Jimmy John's.
Have you ever had
Whoa.
Jersey
Promise.
Mike's? Do you like
What about
Jersey
Jersey
I
Mike's?
Mike's?
love Jersey Mike's.
Okay,
Okay.
I
all
love
right.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey
bro.
Mike's over.
Jersey
Jimmy.
Mike's is and the Mike's way. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Jersey Mike's, yeah, okay.
Man, sometimes they be putting a little too much oil and stuff in.
Oh yeah, they
Jersey
will
Mike's?
sop it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they will make it soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to-
A soggy sandwich. That's why you gotta have it made in the crib, bro. So look, it's best made by somebody else, but if you can have it, somebody else be right there in the crib and just give it to you directly. Oh, that's the best.
It's cheaper,
fantastic.
too.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm making my own sandwich, y'all. I'm
Because
sorry.
those sandwiches at Panera Bread be like $8.95. It's like,
Yeah.
brother, like this is a deli sandwich, bro.
I'm sorry. I make my own pickles, so my sandwich is gonna be pristine at the crib.
I
Sorry.
need some pickles and some jardinera, and I need some.
I haven't started doing jardinera
Come on,
yet.
man. I
I'm gonna
need
start
all that.
jardinera.
Have y'all heard about the weed jardinera?
Yes,
No?
I did weed pickles.
They got weed jardinera now from JP Graziano's.
What?
Yes.
So you can buy it. This
There's,
ain't.
there's a collab with Jay-Z Graziano's and New Air Weed,
Mhm.
and they do a jardinera.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that
infused.
immediately.
It's
Immediately.
amazing, bro.
I did infuse some pickles. I
Next-
did do that. Came out dope. I only got like
Next
2
time,
left.
Brother Speed, next time you do some pickles, bro, please let me
I will
know.
bring a
need
jar
it.
with me.
Yes,
I will make a
please.
jar and I will make sure I bring it with me because it take a week for them to actually soak all that up.
Yep.
So
Okay, but so everybody watching, I know y'all hungry now. You know what I'm saying? But now is the perfect time to go make a sandwich. We gonna take a quick little commercial break. Stay tuned. So when I turned 21, my cousin got married on my 21st birthday. His anniversary is my birthday.
Is that weird to you?
Nah, it's not. But he kind of felt bad about it, right? So he was like, hey, look, Dre, I know it's your 21st birthday, and I kind of feel bad that we decided to do this on this day, but guess what? We finna get you laced up. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
So they had the open bar, and they just kept bringing me drinks. I ain't even know what the names of these drinks was. They just
drinking
kept-
stuff.
they
You drinking
just-
Long Island iced teas.
They just kept them coming. Everybody didn't drink before they was 21.
Yeah.
But up until this, I probably never had drank like I was drinking on this night because they just kept bringing them.
Like is this worse than your hair in the toilet night?
I'm about to say your hair unit was in the toilet,
Bro, he had braids that came down. Like Drake braids was like past his shoulder. And he's leaning in there throwing up. And I'm like, bro, your hair in the toilet.
But that, like, I was still like an amateur to that. I was a smoker. I never was a drinker like that.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that day, and there's a couple more days that's speaking about. Thank God I did not have one of those nights. But I got so wasted and everybody was staying in the hotel rooms. Everybody had a room. So in the hotel, they had an indoor pool. So everybody, we gonna kick it in the pool. The pool had a little jacuzzi set up, everything. So I'm like, I go up in there. I'm drunk as hell. I just jump in the pool. I forget that I don't know how to swim.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
And
who had to save your drunk ass?
look, nobody noticed. and I jumped in the deep end. So I jump in, and then I'm expecting to hit the floor, but I keep going down.
Yeah, you in the
So
deep
I'm
end, buddy.
like, now I'm
feet.
over here
Yeah.
like trying to
Tread water.
doggy paddle or whatever I could try to do.
Oh my God.
But nobody don't pay attention to it. So now I'm in fear for my life.
Yeah.
I end up finding the wall and like kind of like treading the wall.
And grabbed on it to it.
Yeah, and I got up. You know what I'm saying? But
So nobody even peeped that you was dying.
no. Even when I got out, they didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I just had this
They were
horrible.
like, man, you are a great swimmer.
Okay, well, I transitioned from the pool
Okay.
to the jacuzzi,
All right.
but I was still drunk.
Oh yeah.
So I hopped in the jacuzzi, but I misjudged it again. It was deeper than I thought.
Oh, this is L
Not
after
the
L
jacuzzi,
after L,
dog.
bro.
You can stand up in the jacuzzi,
I
man.
almost twisted my ankle. I said, "Oh wait, it's deeper than that."
Oh God. Okay.
Why is everything so deep?
He rolled his ankle.
Welcome back to the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. I'm gonna jump right into it, man, because they've been doing this challenge, man, this residuals challenge, the Chris Brown song.
Oh yeah.
I
And
haven't even heard the Chris Brown song though. Like, what does it sound like? Is it
It's good. It's a good song. It's actually a good
no,
song.
it's fire. It's fire. So I think the one that like did the challenge originally was Tank.
Tank,
Okay.
Yeah, Tank hopped on
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then everybody was jumping on the residuals challenge and whatever. What he said was, make up your own lyrics to it. You know what I'm saying? Not singing the same lyrics. Make up your own version to it or whatever. And R. Kelly ended up hopping on it from jail.
So is Kels like in the area where they have the studio? Like he has to have a studio, or is he doing the Tory Lanez thing?
It didn't sound like it. It
It
sounded
sounded
like
like Tory Lanez.
Okay.
It sounded like a phone. Like
Okay.
he called.
And he made sure you hey.
Well,
come on.
goddamn, you know what? You engineers out here, I love y'all right now. 'Cause
Yes.
Y'all are doing the damn
Tory
thing
done
when it
put out a
comes to this
whole
like
album.
phone thing, bro.
Well, I will say Tory's last album that he put out, it don't sound as crisp as when he had the actual equipment
Yeah.
in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because now we know it's all phone action now.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. But it still sounds decent from what they was able to do. But R. Kelly, man, like
Man.
he still got it, bro.
Kel said he got
Yo.
25 albums done.
What
Yo.
was he talking about though? He was talking about
His money,
Oh,
bro.
his
bro.
money.
It
He was
like-
talking about his residuals for real. Like Kels was talking some crazy, and I was like, "Oh, he still got it. Don't think he weathered or anything. No, Kels still got it. He was talking about his money, who got his money, who getting his money. He really wanted to know where the hell was his money.
I heard.
And he
a
said,
little
"I gotta
snippet.
go."
I heard a snippet. Wasn't he talking about? Oh, I ain't supposed to be here. I don't know why I'm in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody
We
knows why
definitely
you're there. Everybody knows why you're
Because you
in there.
peed on somebody. That's what
If
happened.
she didn't want to be
Un-
peed on, all she had to do was move.
They were
Yeah, that's
underage.
true.
my
Boondock
guy.
said
they
it.
were underage.
Yeah, you peed on some underage girls. But I will say, though, you know what? I'm not giving Kels a benefit of the doubt because you shouldn't be peeing on underage chicks. But my thing is also, where was your mama?
No,
The
it's
girls?
like it's like
talking about the girls?
It's like
Yes,
it's like
bro.
what Dave Chappelle said.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop,
No,
bloop. Piss
not
on
even that.
you.
Not even
No,
that.
not at that part.
Okay.
When he said, "How old is 16 really?"
You know what?
Damn, bro.
You know what?
No, it's a genuine question. He said, listen, he said, I've been 16 before. I knew if somebody pissing in my direction, I know to move
Move out the way.
16 is old enough to know. If you don't want to get pissed on,
Hey, you just start moving out the way and shit. Like, hold on, you shouldn't get pissed on.
just move your ass out the way.
I'm sorry. We all been to Cubs games. You piss in that trough. The kid with the Down syndrome get next to you. You move out the way because you know what he finna do. He might pee on you.
Kid with the Down.
It's always the kid with the Down syndrome.
Might pee on you. It's
The one that pull his
crazy
pants
work.
all the way down. Come on, we seen him.
In front of the trough, bro.
In the trough, yes. You've never been to a Cubs game? Shorty, get to the Cubs game, to
love
that
the
trough.
Cubs, bro.
And yo, the trough is it is what it is.
But what I will say about Wrigley Field, man, because me and Javi
Worked?
went recently. No, they got rid of a lot of the troughs.
They got rid of the troughs?
yeah.
No, there's
man.
still a lot
made
of
the
troughs there, though.
Yo, the men's
No,
bathroom
not
moves like
this.
that, Jack.
They're,
Come on.
They're nasty work. They're
Yeah.
They
nasty.
were nasty work. Yeah, it was.
Bro, there's not nearly as many troughs. And the ones that they had, they downsized on them. So it's like half a trough.
Okay.
So
They
you
invested.
have to really make the decision. Like,
I think
really
y'all was going to
yeah.
the same bathroom. Y'all went to the same updated bathroom every time because it was by your seats. That's what happened.
Nah,
Because
the-
they're
the
definitely,
whole
nigga,
stadium,
I
the whole
worked there. Nigga,
stadium.
I worked there.
We all
Nigga, there
did.
is no,
The
I'm talking
whole
about
stadium.
recently.
Oh.
Last year, bro.
Oh, Lord.
And there's still piss troughs. I was
Oh,
probably
Lord.
there
There's
when
a
y'all
couple.
was there
There's
at
a
the
couple.
game.
Yeah, there's a couple still there.
There's
but
still hella piss troughs.
I mean,
there,
it's
bro.
just
it's a lot
tradition.
nicer though. It's a lot nicer nowadays.
Because all the females used to act like y'all are really pissing in the
It's
trough. I say,
still-
shorty, yeah. And then all you do is you go in there, you look up at the ceiling, no eye contact. Hey, and go wash your hands.
Them bathrooms
I want to
still
ask y'all
stink.
something about that
Quick.
because the other day I went to the bathroom at work and there was a dude that I recognized. Obviously, he worked for me and he was like a little higher up, but he was quiet. Like I was in there first, and then he came in, and I'm like, "What's the protocol? What's the bathroom protocol? Do you
What do you
talk-
mean, what's the bathroom
Do you
protocol?
talk to someone while you're
I am not
pissing?
talking to another man while he's
Hell
holding his Johnson.
no.
Do
He-
you like
he's
look
holding his
over and
Like,
be
hey,
like, "Hey, what
Bob,
up?"
so how's your day?
Right?
No.
That's not
No.
protocol.
No.
What about
No.
when you're done pissing and then you go wash your hands? Do you just pretend that you ain't see the man?
Washing your hands is different.
No, but
I
what
might-
if he still-
I might
what if
talk
he-
to you about washing my hands, but I'm not talking to you about
At the
pissing,
sink,
bro.
we
But
can
what if
hold a
he's still
conversation.
pissing?
No.
At the
See,
sink,
that's what I'm trying to figure
we can
out.
hold
What's
a
the
conversation.
protocol?
The
The
protocol is
protocol-
you do not talk while you're pissing.
If you recognize dude that's pissing and then you come in, you go, "Hey, what up, man?"
If there's a Dino in a man's hand and there's liquid coming out,
No,
you do not talk.
I'm not
It's-
talking to you.
It's the silent treatment then.
Very much
Totally
so.
silent until you
The
get to
entire time.
wash your hands.
So you at the sink.
Okay, it's good to
Then
know.
I can talk.
Or
to
unless
you,
you turn around and you like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? But I'm not talking to you with your Johnson in your hand. No,
Not at all,
no,
bro.
not at all.
No, obviously, I mean when you're like shaking.
No.
You're like,
bro. Not even say no.
Whoa.
That's even
Whoa.
worse,
Whoa.
dog.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna shake
When
it
you
off
about to-
and be like,
when
yeah,
you-
man, so
when you-
how's your day?
when you about to like wrap it up.
Yo, Javi.
Look,
Javi.
yeah,
Look, we're finna
bro.
call the police
This,
to get this guy
as,
arrested
as
right
Chris
now.
would say, you are an egregious.
Egregious, bro. That's egregious
You
work
are
right there, bro.
egregious with this work, okay?
I just never knew because it was like I hate the silent treatment. I'm like, man, I was like,
So
You're
you
in the
wanna talk to
bathroom
the nigga
holding
while you
your
pissing
cock.
with? Like, are you serious, dog?
yo, hold on. Let's take a time out right
Who
there. 'cause
mans
I
is
don't
this?
hold my stuff when I'm peeing.
Does that matter though?
I'm not literally holding it.
Hold on, Astonish.
Javi.
Does that matter though, bro?
It's out.
Does
It's
that
out.
matter?
That's all that matters. It's out.
No, that does not matter.
I mean, it's out. It's out, bro. It,
That's true.
it gotta be out to do what you gotta
You're
do.
peeing.
You
It's
know what I'm
out.
saying?
I'm not talking to you, bro. Wow. No.
Nah, that's.
I might make a
that's-
joke though, shaking more than twice. You playing with yourself. That's about it. That's about it.
I think that's more of
Just gonna throw that comment in there?
a Caucasus type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's the
Mount
only reason I do
Caucasus
it.
type thing. Like,
It's
we
Caucasian
don't do
thing.
that. I think like Mount Caucasus thinks the bathroom is the water fountain or whatever. Like we don't do that, bro.
No.
I just like because I've had that happen where people want to talk to you,
And I'd be
when
like,
you
why
at
the hell are you
urinal.
talking to me? And my Johnson is
And
out.
the thing is, they gotta look towards your direction. They be wanting to look at you.
Hey, eye contact.
Yeah.
That's another topic. No, you ain't looking at me while I'm pissing. No, we're
So why
looking
are we
straight
talking
ahead.
then, dog?
Why are we holding
We
the
looking
conversation?
straight ahead.
Javi?
Just be like, oh man, what up? And then just
Bro.
sit.
We're not holding the
Nah,
conversation.
that's a no go. Like, bro, let's do this when we wash. Like, what? Why
Washing
do you,
our hands.
Why do you even have to talk to me right now?
Like,
there's
bro,
no
you actually
conversation.
sit
I'm
right-
trying
right
to
across from me.
concentrate.
There's no conversation.
You
no.
sit across from me, bro. Like, why don't you talk to me while you're sitting across from me? Why you got to talk to me while I'm like trying to take a piss?
Talk
bro?
to me when you drying your hands. and I'm drying my hands.
Matter of fact, no, Speed. Don't even talk to me in the bathroom, bro. Don't even talk to me in
Wait
the
till we
bathroom.
exit.
Bro, I think that's an HR issue. Like you could like that's some type of harassment or something. Like
It
you
really
could claim,
is,
bro.
though,
Like
Brody.
for real.
He said
Like,
it's an HR issue. Yo, I'm with him on that. I'm sorry.
yeah, nah, bro. Hell no. Like, what is you on, dog?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want? And you didn't even take the space. You ain't even leave the urinal that's next. Like, you come right next to my urinal.
No, hold on. Nobody said they was in the urinal right next to you. Now you really acting
That's
funny.
another violation.
That's another violation. That's
Well,
funny.
look, what
You
if it's
gotta
only
skip
2
urinals.
urinals though?
Then go use a stall.
The stall.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. You got to use a stall.
Let me
Yeah.
ask y'all a question. If y'all walk into the bathroom, right?
If it's not at the airport, there is no way
If
I'm letting it
y'all
slide.
If y'all walk into the bathroom, right, and let's say there's 4 urinals, right, and there's 2 dudes in a urinal, and they're sitting next to each other, and like you said, you don't want to sit next to them, but only thing left is
the
the
one
young,
in the
the
middle.
youngest, the youngest
little short
urinal,
one?
the little short body. Did you use the short body one?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
short
yes.
body.
I'm
So you
using-
wouldn't go to the urinal. I mean, to the toilet. You would just use the short body.
I use the short body.
I
Yeah.
use the short body.
I use short body.
I try my hardest to never use the short body toilet. I
Oh
don't know
no,
why.
because I feel like it's gonna splash back and hit my pants or something. That's
you
all
go.
I'm thinking. It's gonna be some
definitely
bounce
avoid
back.
There you go.
Man, so all the women are confused. That's-
Right now, like they
Now
just
they
looking at
know.
us like, what are you
Like,
talking about?
What are you even saying right now?
They don't even have that problem because all they have is like toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they have is stalls,
The
bro.
only place I've been to where it was like unisex and it was okay was Atlanta. And I forgot what club it is. All they have is stalls.
Well, oh my God,
And
that
it's
makes
toilets.
sense.
No. Hold on.
That makes sense, my boy.
I already
They're
know
in
what you
Atlanta talking about this. Makes total sense. That they have
But look,
Men or women.
it
shared
was like
bathrooms.
Club Crucial or something. All they have is stalls.
Yeah, Club
I mean,
Crucial,
the
absolutely.
bathroom is just stalls. Like 12 stalls on each side. So it's male and females in there. But, it's doors, whatever, But you come out and you wash your hands. That's the only place I've been where it was like no urinals. And it was cool. All right, I can deal with this because it's stalls. There was no
Man,
violation.
I seen a video of a woman pissing in a urinal.
Oh, yeah, shit, squat over that mug real quick. I seen them do it. Yeah.
Nah,
Was she a woman,
wasn't
though?
squatting.
Was
she
she a-
was.
I don't think she was a
there,
woman.
If she's
and
squatting,
she
she's a
kinda
woman.
like she wasn't squatting. She was like just aiming it. You know what I'm saying?
But from
Nah,
the back pause,
She had
right?
it. She had it.
From
From the
front
back
or the
though,
back?
right? Or from the front. If she's squatting from the front, that's a whole different like type
She's
of thing.
different.
yeah, like
That means she had to touch something. Like, whoa.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
Nah, she was
Boom,
touching something in the front area. So I was like, hey, this might be a
Yeah.
pronoun.
Yeah.
A transformer,
A transmission.
transmission, a
Transmission.
catalytic converter.
Oh, yeah, it's converted. All right.
That's crazy.
but-
Hey,
I'm sorry,
but-
guys. I
nah,
did
but-
not mean to say that.
But
God, I'm so sorry.
gonna
Jesus,
get
man. Like, I
canceled.
got to think about myself now.
anyways,
what am I
but
doing?
that's what's happening with all of this Trump only recognizing 2 genders and that they're supposed to piss in the gender they were assigned at birth. So now you're gonna have people that look like women pissing in the stall next
Well,
to
I
you.
will say this, though. I ain't going to lie. I would rather have. I don't know what to say now because I said
Yeah.
so. But you know what I'm saying.
Them
I'd
that.
rather have that person go into their actual bathroom than be sitting next to my daughter while she's in there.
oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
So like, there's a whole that's different.
100%.
But y'all gotta understand, you're grouping cross dressers in with transmissions. It's 2 different things.
Transmissions
yeah.
now don't have to have everything taken away.
True.
Transmissions now are definitely just the fact that you're putting on, like you might have some fake titties or something and you're putting on,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can walk straight in with a ding-a-ling and sit down next to your daughter
Yeah.
and get it in and have a
but-
whole conversation in the stall, bro.
I
Like, so
don't-
do I feel a certain way about that?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I don't actually. I'm okay with it because if it looks like a woman, if you identify as a woman, you got long hair, you dress like a woman, I feel like
That's
you
what's-
should go into the women's bathroom because
It's a
that's
little
what you look
different than
like.
the weirdos. Like these, that's why I say the
Boy,
trans.
are you serious,
I
boy?
am serious. I'm okay
No,
with that.
You have a daughter.
Yeah. But
So you are cool.
Look,
you
my
are cool.
daughter-
Hold on. You are cool with this man that has an 8-inch long sitting
Hold
in
on,
a dress.
hold on.
Hold on, no, stop that. Ain't no pause in this. I gotta talk for real. So you are okay with the man sitting there in a dress and fake titties, sitting next to your daughter while you're outside of that bathroom because you can't go in there, but he can.
if he's dressed like a woman, then he's probably attracted to men, not little girls, right?
Don't know that. You don't know that.
But
You don't know that.
Look. But hey, we can always check the statistics if you want to. But who are the pedophiles? What's the number one group?
Drake.
Oh, shit. Next subject. Come on, Dre. What's next? God damn.
And Catholic priest.
Certified lover boy,
You know what?
certified pedophile.
What? Dot.
What? I'm gonna do my stuff.
And I'm on them too.
Don't you like a bitch? Ain't quiet. Trying to strike a chord. It's probably A minor.
Okay, well,
A minor. Come on, y'all gotta get the tone. A minor.
They not like us. I'm sorry.
Well, moral of the story is R. Kelly's residual song was fire.
Fire.
I'm even getting to this. And I'm sorry, look.
Pissing.
The transmissions, my bad. Look, I'm not talking, but I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I feel a certain way about it.
No.
I just
And you
think,
have a right to.
I just feel like they should have they
Gender
have a
neutral bathrooms.
they have a family
bathroom.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, just so you avoid all of that, because I do understand people that have a problem with their daughters or their sons walking up into a bathroom that you can't even walk into, and it be a grown person there, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
so
weird.
I do understand that.
That's the only thing I
think it's always the weirdos that mess it up.
Oh yeah,
It's always the weirdos that mess it up. Whereas for the genuine ones that are this way, they live this awkward life, and this is the way they've been, so they feel a certain way, and I get that. But then you got the little sex addict weirdos that just be doing it to get their rocks off, and I can't rock and roll with you.
You know what it's like,
Man,
Speed?
Brody.
You know what it's like? It's like when just because you a man, you think that every gay man is attracted to you.
That is so stupid.
I don't think
That
that,
is
though,
so
bro. Like, that's the
stupid.
last thing I'm talking about. Like,
No. I'm not.
You just saying in
I'm
general.
not even applying it to you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying in general, like. But I understand the thought process, but it's not. It's only conditional. That's why I'm applying this to what Speed is talking about. Because the bad apples is gonna make it worse for everybody else that's not thinking
It's
along
not like
those
that.
lines.
No, indeed.
But
You know what I'm saying?
But to that point, if my daughter goes into the bathroom and she sees a person that looks like a woman, that would be more natural to her than seeing a person that looks like a guy in her bathroom.
Yeah, and that boy go into the stall and stand up and piss.
Right. If I go to a guy bathroom and there's a chick that looks like a guy, I'm like, all right, she's
Well,
a guy.
no, I agree.
That's totally different,
But
though.
if it's a girl, it's obviously looks like a
Because
girl.
what's
Then
she
that's
gonna
gonna be
do?
weird.
What is she gonna do, Javi? Is she gonna like tackle you down and jump on top of you?
No, what
Take
he's
that,
saying-
take that.
What he's saying is a
what I'm saying.
woman that's a transgender in your bathroom because it's a man.
It's different.
But if your son is in there, he's gonna see that same woman that
And
looks
have
like
mad
a
questions.
woman.
But she might go into the stall. He might be thinking she's gonna take a dookie.
And he's gonna be like, yo, I'm in the wrong bathroom.
Well, he's gonna have questions the same way that if the transgender titties then flopped out or something, or the kid, because kids are curious.
They always talk.
They sneak in. They look up under the stall and they see a
Or
woman.
they ask
with,
you an awkward question.
You know what I'm saying?
Why
Like,
they got on leather shorts? I looked at my daughter like, shut up.
Leather shorts.
Yeah, we
is
was in Boys Town, and we had to go through there. I forgot where we was going, and we had to slide through, and we were on the public transportation, so you gonna see something on that Belmont bus.
yeah.
And what she saw was them two men in leather shorts. It was like, they booty gonna sweat. I was like, girl, shut up.
Wow.
Why would they wear leather shorts? They butt gonna be hot. I'm girl, shut up. Shut up.
That's
She's
why I'm
right,
like,
though.
I understand.
right.
Princess had me on the floor, Jack.
I can understand it from both angles or whatever. So I don't think that nobody's wrong in this situation.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's just they gotta figure out a way to do it, because I believe in equality over
They
everything.
here.
You know what
Ain't
I'm
nothing we
saying?
can do about
Well,
it,
you
man.
also the
They
host
here.
of the show, so you can't be as like rude as I am. So it's fine.
And honestly,
You being the host of the show and it being under your name, we don't want this like to be canceled.
I like
because
the
of me.
gender neutral bathrooms. As a single father who has a daughter who has to, when she was younger, I had to take her to a bathroom. So
Yeah,
those little
for
family
sure.
bathrooms were clutch.
You know why I like the family bathrooms? Because nobody uses them, and I can go right in and get out the jam real quick.
Or you can
Yeah,
go
for
in and
sure.
drop a hot one and not
Hey,
care.
but while we talking
Not
about
care.
while we talking about
Privately.
PDFs, can I ask y'all a question real quick? Real quick.
Oh Lord, go ahead.
Who's the most streamed rapper for the last 10 years?
I want
Drake.
That's funny as hell, but
I'm
go
just
ahead,
saying.
bro. That's funny as hell.
What
that
you-
you
what
say
you-
I
that.
had to go for it.
Who's the most streamed rapper in your opinion, Javi? in the last 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. So like from 2015 to 2020, we're in 25, right? 25.
Drake.
I want to say Kendrick.
What do you think though, A?
Well, I already looked at the video, so I already know the answer.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
fucking Drake.
You know what I'm saying? It's Drake. And
Drake's the most streamed rapper for the last 10 years, bro.
And this is exactly why,
What's that? Hold on. What is that calculation based on?
It's based on
streams.
Streams. Every
Calculated
year, he's
streams.
the top
Yes.
rapper?
Every
Yes.
time.
Or it's just the average over the last 10 years?
No. Every
Every
year.
time.
For the last
Every
10 years.
year.
2015, 2016, 2017, 2018.
And so on and
streamed
so on.
Most
rapper.
streamed rapper every year.
You got to remember, Drake jumped down when Apple really gave him that deal because he was not where he was until Apple was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna push your music," and da da da. Lloyd Banks was the first person to get an Apple deal. Don't nobody know that? Do
I
you?
did not know that.
Nobody
that
knows
is a crazy
that.
fact, dog.
He had
That's
the
a
first
fun
streaming
fact.
deal
It
from
is.
Apple Music.
Really?
He had got a crazy check.
Not even 50?
No.
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd
Wow.
Banks is, I don't know. I'm not going to say he's the first rap artist, but I know he is one of the first to get a streaming deal through Apple Music when it was first popping, iPods and all that.
Now, what's crazy is
And he's not.
even last year when Drake got this, he was still the most streamed.
Straight
Oh,
rapper.
yeah,
rapper,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Those
So-
playlists are still popping. You got to
But
remember, people
see-
got personal playlists.
But
How many
see,
of them
also
girls is
different
over
though,
there
too, though,
crying?
bro. It's different though too, because like you know how like they always go back and forth about like the shit between Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah,
And Kendrick
for
is
sure.
like has the most streamed song of the summer, and but it's like I feel like all of these things are made up, like you know what I'm saying, like theories.
Like new NBA numbers and
Yeah,
shit.
it's like new NBA numbers, like you know what I'm saying, like we're making up like some sort of stat.
Yeah, but
to
this,
prove a point,
But
you
this
know?
is my thing. Like, bro, that proves a point that like Drake, all you had to do was take your loss, man,
And dip off for a
you will
second.
be fine, bro.
No, just keep making music and shut up.
No, he could have dipped off for like look, took some time
he
off.
didn't even have to do that.
No, brother,
he
he
got,
could've
he got too many tour dates.
But it's fine. He could have took some time off.
From new music?
Yes.
Okay.
And just came right back with a whole nother bop. He shouldn't have did this Party Next Door album because basically I feel like this was like Party had like a whole bunch of like empty like verses on here, and Drake was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make this mine."
He had to do it because you want to check the temperature, right? And
So
be
checking
like,
it with Party was what he did.
You not. Why would I
Yeah.
check it with Party? Party is a whole different genre. That man is like trap R&B. It's
this is
not
why
the
you.
same.
This is why you check it with Party because you have a scapegoat. So now if the numbers don't do well,
You said it was because
whatever.
of Party.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You can't compare. Drake music can never touch Party's because Party is actually writing the
No,
music.
but that's the second time he's done that because he did that one with 21 Savage and it was just like.
Another dud.
And everybody's blaming what? 21 Savage?
You
for
can't
that?
blame 21. 21 has always been 21. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Then-
but the
then,
thing
so somebody
is-
tell me how did 21 turn around, drop the album after that, and it did fine.
Yeah, but the thing is, 21's numbers don't compare
To Drake,
To
yeah.
Drake's. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So
And
Drake could do
Party's-
21 could do a million, and if Drake do a million, then that's like whack.
Yeah,
If you do a
and,
million
and Party
streams.
don't compare to Drake's numbers. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at
so
all.
So what
Not at
you
all.
do is, I just did this battle. I gotta test the waters or whatever. And if this thing doesn't go off like that, I could always say, okay, it wasn't an official Drake album.
Right.
So
You know what I'm saying?
saying,
Right.
give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug. You thought that was going to go over?
Well, the no
100,000
the-
she mind?
The Nokia record is kind of going crazy.
It's like on the top 5, I think,
Okay.
Yeah, it's going,
with like the other 4 Kendrick records.
But give me a hug is not you to give me a hug guy in the club.
But here's my thing
Bro.
though, too. Though here's my thing though.
It's a
Like,
meme.
with-
It's a meme. That's why the
True.
Nokia one's bopping because everybody's
Absolutely.
memeing it.
absolutely.
Yeah, but that's what you do. You test the waters. Like, okay, cool. This is not affecting anything that I'm doing. So when I drop, I ain't even gotta be worried about.
Has he
this
dropped
Kendrick
one
thing.
solo record yet since
He
this?
dropped that
That
1
whole
terabyte
album.
crap or 100 gig
That
crap.
don't count though. I don't think that was all old shit.
Yeah, that's all old and
Did he drop
I didn't listen to
anything new yet though? Like
No.
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
and it didn't go on any streaming platforms or anything like that. So that
It
don't did it?
That 100 gig crap, yeah,
it was on Apple Music.
It was on Apple Music. It was on Amazon, and I forget who else, but it was on a few sites.
It was on Apple Music.
It just
so I
didn't do no
know.
numbers. Nobody
Oh,
cared.
okay. Well, I don't know because also he's in a beef with UMG.
Like an idiot.
So you know what
You
I'm
fighting with
saying?
your employer?
I don't even know how you dropped that and you in beef with you putting a lawsuit out on the people that's supposed to be distributing your music.
Well, during our commercial break, we found out breaking news that UMG said, "Hey man, like you're just suing us because of a diss record."
And that's facts.
Because you lost the diss record. You
And
lost
from-
the rap battle.
From the man that said he would not respond to a diss.
He did when he was in Bali or where was he at? Turks and Caicos or wherever he went to when he.
If you're not gonna be fabulous,
When he threw
shut
that
up.
sandal.
Yeah.
You're not FOBO. I'm not going. FOBO ain't never responded, said nothing, beefed nothing. You got to really see that man. You got to come and see him and them guys.
Is this if we compare this to Jay and Nas?
Boy, you better stop.
You can't.
You stop.
You can't.
Stop.
Like
There's no.
The only way we could
comparison at all.
compare this to that is if like Kendrick and J Rock went at it.
yeah, because they both can rap.
Then they
their
can both
ass off.
rap,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we could have a great battle. If
Yeah.
Kendrick
The
and
only way-
even if Kendrick and Pusha T went at it, that would be epic. It would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah,
The only way you can compare the two is there was one sure shot loser.
it was Drake.
Oh,
Because
immediately.
ether became the terminology for somebody just getting
yes.
demolished. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
he got
bro.
So
ether.
that
he got
is-
ether.
And Jay-Z didn't look
Nearly
close
as bad.
to
yeah.
not even nearly, because Jay-Z was a worthy competitor. It was
Yes.
a good fight.
It was two
I
top
don't
dogs,
feel
yeah.
like Drake put up a good effort against Kendrick, and half of me feels like it's because he tried to go at everybody at the same time as he went at Kendrick, and he didn't just focus on Kendrick
Kendrick.
alone. I would have loved to see a battle where he just focused on Kendrick solely and seen what he could do, because just for the love of the art of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of them create good music, and nobody has really, aside from Pusha T, nobody has stopped Drake in none of his disses. You know what I'm saying?
Did Drake get stopped harder by Pusha T or Kendrick?
No, Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Kendrick
Because Pusha T
demolished
was,
him.
but Pusha T was ridiculous. He outed a kid, bro. Pusha T, like, look, y'all can't just like say that.
No. But
Pusha T totally outed a
But that
whole
didn't ruin his.
lifestyle about
That
That did
didn't
not
ruin
ruin
his
his
life. No.
you did not turn around and take $600 to $700 million away from me.
Okay.
Kendrick took $600 to $700 million away from this man.
Kendrick did it on a national stage.
On a national
And
stage.
It wasn't just with the urban community that
No,
listens to rap.
No, he did it on Apple Music. I mean, he did it on Amazon Music first. Then he turned around and did it at the Super
People
Bowl.
that didn't even know who Drake was know that he's a freaking pedophile.
And we're still talking about this like almost a year later.
Well, you know why it's different? There's a couple reasons why it's different. For one, Pusha T wasn't on the same scale as a Kendrick Lamar. So
But the bars.
So
But that's why
Bars.
that's why I think that he did that's why it was like more like prolific in Pusha T.
No.
to me.
But look. The thing is, in popular music, right?
Mhm.
People don't know about a Pusha T. So they probably have never even heard that diss record.
Oh no, brother.
Wait.
Yes, they did.
The Adonis record?
Listen,
Yeah.
Listen.
They definitely heard that Adonis record.
No,
bro.
I'm with
I
Drake.
guarantee you, bro.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's
I'm
certain
not saying
people.
like they not like
There's
us,
certain
though.
people that didn't know that he was hiding the sun. There's certain people.
There's
out there
certain
that don't
people
know
that just never heard the diss. But the thing is, because Kendrick's popularity was kind of almost neck and neck with Drake, because he's considered the top. There was the big three.
Yeah.
Pusha T wasn't no big three.
No.
So when it
Pusha
comes
T
to
dropped when he
the
won't.
type of platform,
Mhm.
Pusha T did not have the type of platform
No.
that Kendrick had when he dissed him. So if Pusha T did have that platform, then it would be a real conversation,
Word.
because that was crazy, and it would have had a different effect. The reason why Kendrick's effect is what it is because
How big
he
he
was
is?
damn near just as popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's number one.
Okay.
Number two is the world seeing it. The world, the type of platforms that Kendrick is able to reach,
Mhm.
it reached to everywhere. The
No, it did.
urban communities, the
The white
suburban communities,
community,
the
the-
Super Bowl.
Look, you had to look the Mexican homie. What was the Mexican singer?
Oh, yeah, he up there doing it too.
That doing the two
Lefty.
step. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
He got
like
his
that
dancers up there and
two-step, bro,
everything.
Yeah.
That 2-step from the Super Bowl, bro.
Yes.
God damn it. It's just like kind of took over like for the last month now.
What's his name, Avi?
Lefty
No. The one that
No.
the dance, the singer, the popular singer.
He's
that
an older
did-
guy.
Oh, you're talking about Marco Antonio Solis.
There we go.
There you go.
And he
Yeah,
got
the
straight
fact
into
that
that
he's
with
doing
that
that,
boy.
yeah, that's crazy. I didn't.
Look, you the only and look, Javi, the only one that can say his name correctly.
Marco,
The rest of us will mess it up.
Marco Antonio Solis.
Yeah, say it.
Marco Antonio Solis.
There you go.
Now say it in Guatemala.
Marco Antonio Solis.
There you go. There you go.
We can't say it like you, bro.
We can't, bro. They not like us.
They not like
we
us.
not like him.
We not like
we
Javi.
not like Javi.
Yeah.
The song was hotter too. Number 3, the reason why it didn't pop off Pusha T's because Kendrick's song was hotter. He had mustard on
yeah.
the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, Pusha T used a Jay-Z.
Story of Adonis, man,
yeah,
was
man.
raw.
It was fire. It was
bro.
fire. And listen, if y'all haven't checked that out, go check it out, man.
And maybe
Yeah,
I
it's
think
crazy.
that we think this though,
because we from the culture.
because we from the culture,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what it is.
We from the culture.
Because it's
bro.
what's the
Nobody-
joint the Pusha T guy where he got the little sample in it with the lady in the beginning and stuff? Like,
Oh yeah.
come on, man, he was talking crazy.
No, he was talking crazy,
He
bro,
was
that whole
talking
entire time.
crazy the whole time. You know
and
what I mean?
if mainstream, like if they caught on to the story of Adonis, they didn't even know where it stemmed from. So they just like, oh, he beefing with him out of nowhere.
No,
Yeah,
it's not out of nowhere.
yeah, come on, man.
And Kendrick's is not out of nowhere. Kendrick, you can take it all the way back to when Kendrick had the hot top fade. He was talking greasy.
Control.
Put the pajama rapper back in it. What
This
do you say?
all
Put the
started from
sensitive rapper
Control.
back in his
Pajama
pajamas.
pants. Yep.
What?
Oh no, that was the
BET.
BET
That was the
thing.
BET site.
And we knew who he was
Then he
talking
said,
about.
like, high five, and then high five Schoolboy Q in the middle of the rap. Like
Yeah.
that was cold.
Boy.
bro.
Hey,
All right,
you
so-
did
Then
it
you had
dirty.
DJ Drama.
If people didn't know that he was talking about him, you know now. If you don't know, go back and look at it.
All right, so just to piggyback off of that while we at it, we'll just briefly touch on these things. Kendrick is back on the charts. He got the #1 record, which is Luther. And GNX
I
is
love
back on top of the charts
love
as well, you know, for what? How
Crazy.
many weeks in a row?
If
He's got like
this
10, I think. I
was
want to say 10, 15 again.
Yeah.
Like in between. Like it's probably like
Five,
2
five.
10s.
555.
If it's in front of me. Hey, and what I loved was when I seen like a bunch of like younger girls singing SZA's part.
Yeah,
And they are looking in front of the TV watching the Super Bowl and they
Yeah.
singing their little hearts out. Boy, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. Them kids love them. Come
and
on,
then,
man.
Kendrick also with the PG Lang thing, bro. They coming out with the comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? They-
What's
yeah,
coming
yeah,
up
they
with
coming
that?
out,
He got a
yeah.
new comedy coming out from PG Lang called The Story of Whitney. What is it called?
Whitney Springs.
Whitney Springs, excuse
Whitney
me.
Springs. And
That's
this comedy?
dropping July 11th. What is it dropping at?
I want to say like on one of those platforms. Is it like Hulu or Amazon Prime? I know he usually drops on Amazon Prime.
It's probably gonna be Amazon.
But I can look. Hold on, I can look it up. But I think that I think it's gonna be like on Amazon Prime. But I know it's gonna drop on the 15th. Oh no, Paramount Plus. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I know he got one of the writers from South Park.
No, both of them.
Oh, both of the
What?
Both of the
Yes,
writers.
both of them are with it. So
Oh.
like him, like South Park
Whoa.
and PG Lang are combining their forces to do the what do they call that when they change the faces? Dead drops. What do they call it?
You know what
What- you know what
I
I'm
know what
talking
you're
about?
talking about. Yeah, I know
When
what
they
you're talking
change
about.
the face, because you remember the Untitled album, the Untitled song from the last album, the
Yeah,
Mr.
where he
Morale
changed his
album?
face to Nipsey and all of that.
Yeah, so
Yup.
that's what they're gonna do. Now,
Oh,
they're like they're in collabs. PG Lang and South Park in a collab. They do that together.
okay. This should be
Yes.
interesting. Very.
Yeah, so it say it's directed by Trey Parker.
That's one of South Park.
Yeah, that's why I
people.
thought it was just one.
No,
'cause
it's
they
both
only
of them.
mentioned him. And it says this film follows a black man interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum,
Whoa.
only to discover his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his.
Whoa.
But why
So
did
it's crazy.
he, but why
Like,
did he name it after his wife?
Guess you're gonna have to tune in to find
Why?
out.
Yeah, we gotta tune
You
in.
gotta
Why did he
see
name
this.
it after Whitney
I
though?
gotta see this.
That's
yeah, I
crazy.
mean,
Oh, I gotta see this.
for that to be a comedy with such a deep,
I
you know what I'm
got
saying?
Plot
Like,
behind it, yes.
Oh my.
But also,
goodness.
I want to know how racist this is really going to be
Yes.
because
I'm
South
ready for
Park
it.
is a part
I'm ready-
of it.
Look, I was watching something earlier today. Shorty said, just go ahead and bring back the black only signs. Because I guarantee you, none of us are going to eat at any place that says white only. We're not going to want to even go in there. We could care less.
oh yeah, because they
care
definitely
less.
not putting no seasoning.
You're not
in
finna
Not
bang
at all.
us. We're not doing bangers and mash. Nah, B.
Boy.
Hey. Definite. Hey,
Bangers and mash. Nah,
Bangers and mash is crazy work, bro.
Definitely.
Tuna
hey.
on the baked beans.
But even Paramount Plus taking that over, like that's crazy. Like you don't think about like people like picking up like an episode or you know a comedy or a show.
No, because
I
I would
Paramount Plus. You would think Netflix,
Comedy
Amazon,
Central jumped on it.
Yeah, Comedy Central.
Even the Heart Network would have jumped on it or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Come on. Wow.
That's crazy though. Shout out to them though for that.
Please.
Though, for real.
Yeah, no, shout out to him. We gonna see.
Please and thank you, Kendrick.
Chris Ill also got like some Kendrick Lamar books in today.
Yeah, we
that he
did
was showing.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He was real proud of that.
I was super proud of it.
I was
I got
happy
the
for
Kendrick
him.
Lamar. Remember I told you I was getting the Kendrick Lamar poem books, bro. They finally came through.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
So that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real
I need
thing.
to get
Kendrick
it. I
Lamar
need to get
poem
it.
books and it's his rap. It's like a rap book. Like-
Oh.
So it's,
Wow.
it's like what, like Dre, it's like that thick
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
So like when Pac did it, when they did Pac poems and they put them in his handwriting in the book.
it's like that, bro. It's like that, but it's
Oh.
like that much like of work. And I'm like, yo, bro, like this guy really has a lot of like extra action that we don't even know about. Like, that's why I wouldn't mess with that boy.
Bar.
But
lyrics.
keeping it comedy because he dropping a comedy, I do want to see that.
Definitely.
We have something on the topic list that says, "Is In Living Color the best sketch comedy show ever?"
Forever.
Thoughts, fellas.
Forever and
Absolutely,
ever and
bro.
ever. You know how many people they gave you that are iconic?
Icons.
Jim Carrey. Icon.
Oh,
Stop
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
J-Lo on there thicker than a snicker.
Rosie
You ain't never seen.
Perez.
Rosie Perez has made all the dance. Come on,
Jamie
man.
Foxx.
Come on, keep
All
it
of the
going.
Wayne brothers.
All
of
of
the
the
Wayne
brothers
brothers.
and sister.
And sister.
Jim
Keenan.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Come
Come
on,
on,
Carrey,
man.
bro.
Stop playing
Those-
with
Jim Carrey, bro.
The- Hollywood
Tommy
ain't know what to do with it.
Davidson,
Come
David
on.
Allen Greer.
Come on.
Like, I mean, like you
The
can
list
keep
goes.
going. And they are the reason why we have a halftime show in the NFL.
Because
that's
what did they
crazy.
do?
They took over in '92
Oh, that's true.
Because people would flick from the Super Bowl to
and
watch
went
In Living
straight to
Color.
Living Color.
And then when The Living Color was done, at the time that the Super Bowl was done, you jump back into the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They was like, hold on, we can't have that.
And then next year, my boy, they brought Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Killed it. with
You
that
got
one.
stopped
Yeah.
by Michael Jackson. How they had to stop your comedy show by bringing
By
on
bringing
Michael
in Michael
Jackson?
Jackson,
How
dog.
I mean, it
powerful
was
was
on-
that evening?
It was the only way.
But you know what though? Like, think about it though. Like in real life, we can talk about sketch comedy shows. There is what
All that.
Saturday Night Live,
Saturday
all
Night
that,
Live,
Mad TV,
Mad TV, all that. Dave Chappelle show.
Yep,
Key and
Dave
Peele.
Chappelle, Key and Peele, yep.
All of
Yeah.
those.
I still think that maybe Dave Chappelle is probably the closest.
Yes.
Dave Chappelle
Yes.
was one of
Definitely.
a kind, though. He was like a one-man
That was
show.
different.
Yeah.
I don't think that was like a...
Would you count that as like the same thing?
No.
that was something
That
else.
was if you gave In Living Color a bigger budget. And
the
they could
amount-
actually shoot in you know what I'm saying, out on the street like Dave Chappelle
and
did.
the ability to say whatever the hell you wanted to
Oh,
say.
man. Yeah, because they was on Fox.
Because remember,
He's on Comedy
remember,
Central.
what is it? Men on Film.
Oh,
Yeah.
hated
Remember how they
it.
hated Men on Film though? Like that was a big.
All of
no,
those skits
That was a
were
big deal,
hilarious.
bro.
Those skits was hilarious.
92
They were
talking
offensive.
about two gay dudes.
They
and
were-
That was
92.
hilarious.
Yo, they had another one where there was like a dude interviewing like a late night talk show, and then he had like a translator come in with like a homeboy from the hood, and he was like, "Oh, I'm translating what he says," because dude would talk all urban and whatnot, and it was like,
Oh yeah, when the
yeah.
white lady would
With
try
the
and translate with
It's like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like the job talk.
All that stuff was like kind of controversial back then.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
I mean,
you wouldn't be
today
able to
it's
say that
super
right
controversial.
Now.
Yeah, you can't even watch that right
You
now.
wouldn't be able to say that shit right now.
No,
bro.
no, no.
All their skits were like cutting edge, pushing the boundaries, and
Even the music. We will watch it for the music artists.
Heavy D,
Every-
Big Daddy Kane,
everybody came through that.
Queen Latifah, like
and
everybody
that was
like
before
there.
rap music was accepted. It was
And they
like-
were putting it
and-
on national TV.
right.
Yeah, and they had Homie the Clown.
Homie the
and,
Clown.
Oh my
and
god.
they had
Fire Marshal Bill.
They had Fire Marshal Bill, and they had who's the other character Damon Wayans played where he was the little feet.
the little head.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
head
God.
feet.
Oh, wow, I forgot about
Damn,
that. When he's the
I can't
detective.
remember his name, but I know exactly
He's
what
the
you're talking
detective,
about, dog. Damn, yeah, they used to
He's
bowl
the
him.
detective.
Remember they used to throw him down like
Yeah.
the bowling ball?
Oh, you
Yes.
forgot Jamie Foxx was on that too.
Jamie-
When he was
Yeah.
Wanda.
When he
It
was
was
Wanda,
Wanda.
you can't be doing that.
And
now.
remember when he brought out Wanda? That was the first time he did it, and everybody was on there trying not to break character.
Yes.
When it was a dating game,
Yes.
he had them crying, laughing, scared the crap out of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was, what the? Oh.
Yeah, I seen that. And that's where I think that In Living Color excels over everybody because
Yes.
they have the most highlighted talent
that is
on
still
there.
relevant.
Yeah.
And we say Chappelle's show is second, but we all agree that that's in a category.
That's a different
on
category.
its own. But if you take it for what it is, SNL is the close second because they created the most stars out of that.
Well, it also
atmosphere
was
as
a
well.
real live
What came
sketch
out
comedy
first?
show, though, bro.
How SNL came out
SNL is done
first?
every week.
Not
Yeah.
like 70s, bro. SNL
70s.
was 70s.
So
They've been
SNL was
out.
first, and then In Living Color.
Yeah,
and Living
SNL.
Color was like in 89, 90, you know what I'm saying, like around
It's
that
been
time.
around for a while, like 50
Yeah.
years. I think they just had their little
Yeah,
50
they
year
just had the 50
episode.
years.
Lauren Cohen. It's so funny too because he was actually doing other things too. No, Lauren Michaels, excuse
Lauren
me.
Lauren
Yeah,
Michaels.
Lauren Michaels
yep.
was doing other things before that. Like he was like a producer, like doing like shows, TV shows, and then like he had like this chance to do this. If they have like a fake like little movie about it, and you know,
Oh, yeah, it's on Prime.
Remember Stan
Yeah.
from Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan was one of the original black people on there with Eddie, and he was like, you know, Stan is like off-Broadway.
He's a Broadway actor. Yeah, Stan is a Broadway
So
actor.
he kind of didn't even understand why he was even on this show. Like
Yeah.
y'all gotta watch that,
Oh,
bro.
that's
Like watch
fire.
this that documentary about
That's
the
fire.
first.
I ain't even
the
know
first
that.
show.
I didn't even know
the
that.
first like one of
The
was
first,
it the first
is the
season
very,
he's
no,
there?
it's just the very first show this shit's about.
Yeah.
The very first show. It's
I
great,
forgot
bro.
Stan was on SNL.
Yeah,
Man,
Stan was
he's
on
been
SNL,
around
bro.
forever.
Yep.
He did
Yeah,
Two
that's
Broke
crazy.
Girls. He was
Yeah.
on a lot of stuff, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That
crazy.
old man was on a lot of stuff.
But
Yeah,
I
he was.
will say, I think talent wise, like almost everybody in Living Color was a star, but SNL had like the biggest.
Well,
stars.
SNL
they got
also
Eddie.
had.
They got Will Ferrell.
They got Chevy Chase. They got the Belushi brothers.
that
they
list
got,
is
you know what I'm
long.
saying?
They got
Adam
David
Sandler.
Spade.
They got
Adam
Farley.
Chris
Chris
Farley.
Farley. You know, like
Yeah,
yeah.
they
But the
got
thing
the
also
biggest.
is that also I will say is that they had a bigger lineup.
Oh yeah,
And a bigger budget. Way bigger budget.
Well, they had
Way
way
bigger.
more actors though than in Living Color had.
Well, the
They
Living
had
Color,
more
they
time.
limit.
They had more time.
They had more time, and then you limited in Living Color to who they had.
True.
And Living Color literally took the ones
What
that
they
Hollywood didn't know what to do with,
Yeah.
and Damon knew what to do with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other dude that was on Taxi? He was kind of weird. Was he on there too?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
he was.
You know what I'm talking about? You know
Yeah.
the guy I'm talking about? Like he was a weird dude. He was on Taxi.
They
What's
had a
his
whole
name?
movie on him.
Yes, they had a whole movie on him. And didn't Jim Carrey play him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Man
Andy-
on the Moon.
Andy
or
Kaufman.
something.
Man on the Moon,
Andy Kaufman.
Was
Andy
he on
Yeah.
Saturday Night
Yeah,
Live
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
he
yeah,
he was
man,
one
I
of those
don't
people
know.
like
Was he?
Robin Williams,
I don't-
where it was like
I think he
his
just
mind
hosted.
was over
Oh,
here.
Robin Williams was on SNL. Right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
he was on SNL.
That's my thing though. Like you got to think, bro. Not
many
now
people are
that
legends?
we didn't crown in Living Color. Now going back and thinking about
Nope.
SNL, I'm kind of like,
Nope.
No,
Damn,
I'm not taking it
bro.
back. I'm not taking it back. SNL kept falling off. They kept changing
was-
actors and writers,
What was the
and they
other
kept
dude
messing up.
that looked like David Spade? But he wasn't David Spade.
Jimmy Fallon was on there too.
Yeah,
Matter of
Fallon was
fact.
on
Yeah,
there.
Fallon was
Well,
on
shit,
there.
you got Chris Red from Chicago, Michael Che.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Michael
Like,
Che,
and the
yup.
new shit.
What's his name?
Keenan?
Dude
Keenan,
from
Keenan Thompson's
Yo,
on there.
that is so dope to watch Keenan go
Wayne's
from.
World people. Who's the Wayne World people?
Oh, Mike McCarthy and that's the other dude. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I know.
figure out. It's
I
not
don't know
Davis,
his name.
Dana Carvey.
I know.
Yeah, Dana Carvey.
Dana
Yup,
Carvey.
Yup.
It's dope to watch Keenan go from being all that.
He did.
And then you put him on SNL, and it was like, still a perfect fit. And I never understood how that cast of kids never made it over to
The
SNL.
longest running cast member of SNL is fucking Keenan.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been.
The longest one that's ever been on SNL is Keenan.
But
bro.
he's been,
That's
I'm not going to say
dinosaur.
program, but how do you say it?
He was
Because he was
catered
on
to
all
it.
that.
He's
He was
been
on all
there.
that, which was sketch comedy as well.
from the beginning.
Well, that's why
Um,
Keenan and Kale don't mess with each other anymore.
No, Kel.
They friends again. They friends
Now
again.
they do, but
But
Kale.
they're like friends like Cam and Jimmy.
Well, no, what I'm
Okay.
saying though is the reason why
Cam and
Keenan and
Jimmy.
Kale didn't. The reason why they fell out was because Kale didn't get the job and Keenan did. They both auditioned at the same time.
Yeah, but no, they fell out way before.
Well,
No,
that.
they did not.
Yes,
That was when they
did,
fell out, bro. I watched the thing about you can watch it. Kale talks about it.
Wow.
They fell out, and Kale's from Chicago.
Yeah.
They fell out because Keenan got the shot and Kale didn't, and then he went on his drug binge and all of that. And
Whose fault is that?
Kale?
Kel.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
I'm not
Kale.
saying that was
But,
Keenan's
hey.
fault, you know.
But guess what? Who loves orange soda?
Kel.
And isn't
Yeah.
Kale one of the
Kale-
voices on SpongeBob? Or
I have no
Clifford
idea.
the Red Dog or something like that. Like
Yeah.
he's one of those guys.
When he didn't get those jobs, he did start
He
doing a
ended
lot
up
of
start
voiceovers.
doing the voiceovers.
Yeah, he did.
All right, let's get into something more important.
Let's do it.
We have the first African American female NASCAR driver.
Yep,
Crazy.
yep.
And, bro,
Crazy.
Yep.
Like, look, we got Bubba and we got her. What's her name, bro?
Turn left.
Turn
Turn
her
left.
name is
That's all you know in NASCAR. Turn left.
Tia Norfleet.
Word.
Well, all right, Tia.
Word, Tia.
All right,
Straight
Tia.
up. Because on some
Support her,
real
support her.
shit, you gotta be rich or have somebody around you that can help you out to be a NASCAR
Car
driver.
driver, because that costs some
Straight
money,
up.
boy. Them cars cost some money.
Man,
So
what
for
I-
you to be the first woman, all I can do is just like
Black woman.
black woman at that. It's just because what is it? Danica Patrick was the first woman.
Yeah,
think it
yeah,
was.
Yeah. She was like the first. Either she was the first or the one that was like the most popular.
They made
Most
a
popular.
big deal about Shorty. I remember that. They made a big deal.
And what I will say, man, y'all definitely go to her IG, man, because
I'm telling you,
somebody
brother.
you want to follow.
You might want to follow her. Like, God.
let me go on.
Yeah, go ahead and look that up, brother.
I'll be
My
right
God.
back after these. No.
My God. She's like, young man.
Young man.
My guy.
There you go, my guy. My guy.
Hey.
Look, telling you.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, she is gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
She
for
is
all my
gorgeous.
fellas out there, listen, I won't steer you wrong, dog. You know what I'm saying? Follow Tia Norfleet.
You know,
I would highly recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Cause support her in her NASCAR endeavors, and the way you would support her is by following her. You know what I'm saying? Let's run them numbers up.
Whoa.
Let's run them numbers
there
up,
you
baby.
go, brother. You see that?
Whoa.
Certified?
She is
Certified?
Ew. I am a NASCAR fan if I wasn't.
I'm trying to tell y'all, brothers. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, God. Like, I was happy about the fact it's her being the first black woman.
Yeah.
But
But
she's
then when you see her, it's
gorgeous.
like, man, like, how did you even think about getting this? Like, getting into
going
this?
on?
You know?
Why did you want to do this?
But while we talking about NASCAR, bro, like, what's going on with Mike and the cartels, bro?
Okay.
Mike and the cartels? What is
Yeah,
what?
man, dog. So Mike, they tried to sue NASCAR over something that they was doing. I don't really know the particulars, but they felt like they was being forced into something, so they sued NASCAR. So NASCAR countersued them and said that everybody that Jordan is working with is involved in the cartel.
Jordan's
basically.
got a brand or a team
He has
called 23 or something.
He has a NASCAR racing team.
Team 23.
Team 23.
There you go.
And they said that NASCAR was treating them unfairly and sued them. Now NASCAR is countersuing them by saying that they're part of the cartel.
Crazy.
It's them.
Is that a
and-
suing or is that just a?
Well, it's a couple. I think it's a couple teams, right? Eh?
Yes, it's maybe it's Jordan and I believe two other sponsors for NASCAR that are suing, that were in the original lawsuit that now NASCAR is countersuing. The thing is, whenever you got a countersue, and it's something that is as egregious as that, it's like, come on, man.
That's why I feel like NASCAR is still racist as hell, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. But
come
I mean,
on, bruh.
but look at it, bro. There's all of these white. If we look at basketball, right,
yeah,
and baseball,
Yeah.
America's pastime,
yeah,
Mhm.
those were created by white people.
yeah. Basketball definitely, yeah. It was the dude from Kansas.
Yeah, it's created by white people that black people took over. So when you look at it, they like, damn, all we got is what? Hockey, and we barely
They ain't
holding
even
on
got
to
hockey.
hockey.
We're holding on to that.
You already know where hockey came from. Come on.
Come on, man.
That's
We
us.
know where it
That's
comes.
us.
Yo,
That's us.
y'all didn't start hockey.
They don't. The greatest thing that white Americans have ever done is discover things. Discover them. That's it.
Hey, they discovered
or
us.
steal them.
Claim to discover.
Discover
Right.
it. They discovered it.
Hey, they discovered Africa, and it was like, we gonna take some of these niggas back home with us.
How do you discover something that's there though?
Yeah,
Like, how do you
exactly.
discover something that's already been
I mean,
there?
I hate that they taught that in school that Columbus discovered America.
Columbus.
I was
He
like,
was the
why y'all
biggest fraud.
brainwash me to actually think that was true?
The
Is
biggest
St.
fraud,
Patty
the biggest
discovering Ireland?
I used to get kicked out of history class. So, yeah. I got in trouble every time. Every time they would tell that bull story, And I would explain it to everybody, and they'll look at me, and the teacher be like, "Get out my class." Yes, ma'am.
So look, we're not gonna give that much
Lies.
credence because when you think about Jordan, he in the cartel. That man's a billionaire.
That
dog.
sounds
Like,
stupid,
come on, you know
though.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
the
I
only
ain't never seen none of the cartel members with Jordans on.
Hey,
You know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
Jordan
I'ma
got
just
a
say.
Billy. Like, it's not like you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs their money.
there's
Yeah.
only one set of cocaine in the Jordan household, and we know where
And
it
that's
came
Marcus.
from. Thanks, Marcus.
Thank
Now,
you,
if
Marcus.
Marcus
If
on the
it's
team,
Marcus, I believe it.
if Marcus on the team, it might be some plausibility
something
to
to
that.
it.
You know what I'm saying? But let's get to some better Jordan news.
Yeah,
Please.
It did.
Jordan opened up his fourth healthcare clinic to serve uninsured patients.
Nice.
And I definitely want to highlight that because, you know, Jordan in his career, he gets a knock on him for like not really supporting community and not speaking on certain issues because it really wasn't even the time to. The same way y'all be digging up people's old tweets or whatever, y'all
Yeah.
got to remember the times that we was in
Yeah.
with certain things.
Remember when they thought he was the white Michael Jordan? Because there's two Michael Jordans. The white Michael Jordan that owned
The prisons.
the prisons.
The prisons.
Everybody thought that Michael Jordan was that. That was Mike. Like no.
You know how many people named Michael Jordan in this country? You are just foolish. Oh, you
No,
foolish.
nigga, when I went to jail, I learned that it was Bob Barker that was providing us with the fucking slippers and the wardrobe.
Oh
So
God.
That was
Really?
Bob Barker.
Stop it.
He was
You know
on
what
the
I'm
plastic
saying?
bag, smiling like.
Come on down.
Come on down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Mike be doing things. People always act like Mike is like a terrible human being.
Mike just doesn't want
hold
the
on, hold that
notoriety.
thought. Because before we get into all that, guess what? We're going to take another quick commercial break.
Let's go.
Stay tuned.
The Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go. It's the ODD family, we gon' do our thing. Astonish. We came to bring the pain but no fame. Picture all the things that we bring. It's the ODD family, we gon' do our thing. High speed, we gon' do our thing. Hobby, we do. It's the ODD family, we gon' do our thing. And the homie Chris Hill, we came to bring the pain but no fame. Picture all the words that we say. It's the ODD family, we gon' do our thing. It's the AOP family, and we gon' do our thing. The Astonishingly Odd Podcast.
Welcome back to the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Man, I just want to run through a couple things before we get started. The Marathon Burger has been highly successful. Man, shout out to Nipsey Hussle because, you know, everything is moving through that.
His
and you
brother
know what I'm
Black
saying?
Sam.
His brother Black Sam, most definitely.
Keeping the family legacy alive. I
Yep.
appreciate that. That guy knows what
They
he's
coming
doing.
out with a whole documentary and a new album too, which is crazy.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I like the way that they doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
shout out.
Black Sam is really, really like holding his brother down, and he's figuring out how can I bring these things out because
One
some
of the
of the-
trillest dudes ever.
like, come on, man. Like, he's really sitting here putting his mind together on how to do these things. And I really hate when I see like Pop Smoke people didn't do this, or certain other people didn't do this. Like, how didn't y'all got the music, y'all got this, y'all got that, and nobody has a game plan without the
Yeah.
actual artist being there.
Well, Speed, I don't think that there's been like a clear-cut example of how to do that. You know
and
what I'm
did
saying?
Pop have
No, no,
enough
I'm
music
just-
for that?
No,
though,
I'm
too?
just saying, like, Black Sam way of handling the business is epic.
No, I know.
But
The
that's
only-
his thing though too. Black Sam is the ultimate businessman though.
For
We know
sure,
this.
for sure. And I think that Nipsey was too.
$1 million
But-
back.
But that's
the
where he
thing
learned
is-
it from was Black Sam.
Yeah, the thing
They
is,
family. They came
probably
off of each other.
the closest one I'll give the credit to for doing that, in it's kind of like the same regard, is what Vanessa Bryan is doing
With
with
Kobe,
Kobe.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
It's
Like
'cause
she holding it down the same type of way.
they
Yeah.
were so close to these people that they actually understood what they stood for, and they're keeping that same legacy alive. That's what
Look,
it
ain't
comes
Black
down.
Sam $1 million in the backyard getting moldy?
Yeah,
Man.
molded. Lost all that money, bro.
Yeah,
No, he lost
it
a quarter.
all.
He lost a quarter.
Yeah.
It was only a quarter.
That's
man.
enough.
Yeah, some of it he was able to dry clean or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But he get even due to the little marathon with the opening release and the debacle with him getting to the confrontation
with that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of Nipsey Hussle. They
Homies.
grew up together. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
You
So-
talk to your
Well, they
homie.
said that fan was letting people talk bad about Nipsey in front of him, and he wasn't saying nothing.
It
That's
really
why Black
wasn't-
Sam went crazy.
It really wasn't in front of him. They was just in the same clubhouse rooms together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you talk.
That's
to
in front of you, bro. If
Alright.
somebody's in the clubhouse room and they talk bad about you and you ain't here, my G,
talking about that video
I'm finna
chat?
go crazy, dog.
You talking about the video chat?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna find this dude, bro.
You are. Yeah, but you know me. I'm not. I ain't finna do all that talking.
I'm going crazy, bro. I'm gonna find you though.
Oh, the
Let him
internet.
talk about one of you niggas, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
but
going
I'm just saying
crazy,
the
bro.
internet. I can't do the internet.
If I was like Black Sam, I gotta give it to Black Sam for having enough cool and like being calm enough to like be like, yo, just get up out of here. Because
Yeah.
I saw it in him too. Because he definitely wanted to like do something dirty to that boy.
lay
Yeah.
hands, yeah.
But he definitely did not. And I gotta give it to Black Sam for that.
Because I'm not with all that hollering and hooping. Y'all not gonna, as LA would say, you ain't gonna run the fade. What is we doing all this for?
Yeah, we ain't
Y'all
gonna swallow.
boys can't even box no more. So I don't even want to do nothing with you. I just want
The
you to get
only
away from me.
thing is, like, you know, that person is close, and I understand the situation.
You're not playing with my brother's name. That's what you're not
yeah,
finna do.
nah, for sure.
You're
for
not
sure.
finna play with my brother's
100%,
name.
100%. But on this day where you trying to do something and open the,
Yes.
this is the opening day.
For the community.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, is this guy was in a room and you felt like somebody was disrespecting, and I think that conversation can be had at another time.
But
And
I'm not finna-
they said that they did have the conversation before and it spilled over because he was right in front of him. They was on a phone conversation before, but now you right in front of me.
So
You know
yeah,
what I'm
we
saying?
not.
Yeah,
not
so
finna-
I agree. It's different. It's different, but I just don't want nothing to overshadow because you know how they already look at us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
looking for some negative.
But yeah, but in that moment, you're not thinking about the negative. You just trying to get off what you trying to get off because that's how you truly feel. So I understand it. I just wish it didn't go how it went. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
To overshadow that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, kudos for them because it's been successful. Another thing I want to mention is the Memphis Grizzlies retired Tony Allen's
Hey.
number.
TA, Chicago's own, bro. TA. I love TA, bro. TA is so trill, bro. Like I mean, even seeing him on like this podcast. What podcast you say was on?
It's Out the Mud podcast.
Out the
with,
Mud podcast,
Zach
bro. Like
Randolph.
seeing TA on there, bro. I love it. Like TA's my favorite like person on that podcast too. To be honest with you, so shouts out to TA, bro. I'm so hyped to see that, bro. Chicago's own, bro.
For real.
Chicago's own, man. Well deserved. He was with the team from like 2007 to 2017.
10 years, real quick.
10
Yeah.
years in the
Who does
NBA? Come on, man.
10
Hey.
years on one team,
Hey.
though, brother.
Yeah, because I think he spent more time.
He probably was. So did he play for the Spurs?
Yeah,
TA
and
played for the
because you know
Spurs.
you need like 16 years to collect like a pension or something from the NBA.
Yeah,
or
because you
something.
know what was it? Bobby Portis.
Tony
was having
Snell.
that-
No, it was Tony
Tony
Snell.
Snell?
Yeah,
okay,
Tony
Tony
Snell.
Snell was having
Tony
that
Snell.
problem because
And
he was
everybody-
just under it, right?
Yeah,
Tommy?
yup, he had 15 years.
What
you know
happened?
what I'm
Javi?
saying?
Like, where was it at?
He was like 1 year away, and he had to get signed so you could get that insurance plan for his family. And I think he
Yeah,
had
for
like
his
a
kids.
kid that was like ill, and he needed that insurance. And everybody was like, "Yo, y'all need to get like the whole NBA, all the players like vouched for him, man."
And they didn't do it?
Nah, they didn't,
Damn, bro.
They didn't do it, bro.
All they
didn't
gotta do
it.
is get this man like the league minimum, bro. Like,
They
what are
did
you
not
talking about?
do
Because
it,
just gave him the
bro.
minimum.
Right.
1 year?
One year.
I'd have gotten there and played and made it to practice for 1
He
year.
didn't even have to play.
Could have been
Bro,
on the
and the
bench.
thing is, like, right now, since everybody's injured, the Dallas Mavericks been
They
forfeiting
probably could have
games.
used Tony Snell
Bro,
right now.
they've been forfeiting games. It's like, bro, you could have just put him on the roster just so he could have that. Like, that's the least you could do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to me. Just, you know, but even though it's crazy, I never put it past none of them.
Not the
Especially,
NBA, bro.
What?
Yeah,
Sir.
you got what type of owner? We didn't have owners before. We know what owners do.
We know what the
You
owners, we know
definitely
what
know
the
what owners
billionaires do. Come on, you know what the
know what I'm
billionaires do.
saying?
Too
If
bad we don't
anybody
get
know,
like a majority black owner
They won't let it happen.
in the league.
You know how many black men tried to buy or even create
Hell,
NBA
brother,
team.
How many times are they trying to let Magic Johnson not get something for real?
How many-
Real?
He had to
gotta
go to
in
he got
with
to go to baseball. and-
Yeah, now football. He's the Commanders owner.
They only let Michael Jordan do it because it's Michael Jordan. He's the face of the NBA.
Yeah. Yes.
Let Shaq buy a team. Come on. Shaq got the money.
Come on, Shaq.
Shaq got the money.
Well, hell, our homeboy could have bought one. Hell, if he would have thought about it.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention 2 people got shot at O'Hare Airport.
Crazy.
If you ever been to Chicago, it's one of the busiest airports ever. So for you to try to pull out the blicky, why you even got the blicky on you at O'Hare is crazy.
It was outside. It was outside.
No, them
Nah,
niggas
it
was
was
fighting
right-
inside.
No, they was
bro.
fighting. They was fighting at the door. You come on, you've been to the airport just as much as I have. They was fighting at the doors right before you get
Yeah,
out.
they
I'm
were,
not
they
even
were
trying to
picking
fight.
somebody out for
Baggage
sure.
check.
They were picking somebody up.
Oh no,
There's no
that boy was
way.
being followed and everything, man.
Yeah, absolutely. They knew who it was.
I'm not gonna
bro.
tell nobody how to play. You know what's going on with them, but all I'm thinking is if I'm flying in from Texas at 1:00 in the morning, first of all, I'm not flying back to Chicago at 1:00 in the morning.
Not at all.
I'm coming back at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
You know how hard it is to
8:30
get
in
back.
the morning.
You know how hard it is to get back from O'Hare at 1:00 in the
Illinois
morning.
is not one of those states where you could bring your Glock with.
No,
No.
they was in the car with it. They already knew who they was looking
yeah.
for. But somebody called one of the homies, and the homies pulled up. Or the homies pulled up, not one. A couple of the homies pulled up. Yeah, and it went down the way it did. But I'm just me being the man I am from being here. I'm looking.
Bro, we
I got
not
this.
doing
I got
that.
all this on me, and I got all this money and all this other stuff on me. But hey, y'all moving funny. Somebody better come get.
I'm coming with Paul to pick y'all up.
Security
anyway,
better come
so
get me.
know that. But look, I'm sorry, y'all don't need to know all that about me. But I'm coming with Blicky to come get y'all if it's like that.
If it's that type
That
of party,
deep, yeah.
yeah. I
The
just
thing
didn't
is,
understand.
bro, like how if you shooting at the airport, how you getting up out of there?
There's
You're
so many
not.
cops.
It's
But
one.
they
It's
did,
one way
though.
in. It's one way in,
No.
one way out,
They
bro.
got no.
They
Didn't
got
get
away
arrested
for now.
No, they didn't get arrested. They got away.
No, they got away. But you got to remember, it's O'Hare, stupid. You see them cameras?
Cameras everywhere,
Come
dog.
on,
them
bro.
cameras,
Like,
boy.
They don't even care, bro.
They don't.
Like y'all gonna get y'all stupid. They got y'all in. We seen the footage already. It's not
Yeah.
4K, but it's like 3K.
Who's fighting and
I
filming?
can find you.
Who's
Yeah,
fighting
who
and
was
filming?
the guy that was like taking the video?
We whooped your boy. Put the phone.
Look,
down.
shouts out to y'all YNs. Y'all are crazy, way crazier than we ever were. But look, y'all gotta like be a little bit more conscious on what y'all do.
We'll just whoop you and wait for you to have to tell your
Straight
homies
up,
that we
y'all
whooped
be
you.
wildin', bro.
We literally will whoop you and wait till you told your homies you got whooped, and then it was a problem. But y'all want to tape it, and the world see it, and it's like y'all know y'all going to jail, right?
Nigga
Hey,
screaming
man.
world star in the camera.
Hey
like,
man,
get out of
listen,
here.
Going to jail.
YN
still do
problems.
that?
You're going to jail.
YN problems are YN problems.
YN problems
man.
are crazy,
It
but
is
let's
what it
move
is,
on, bro.
Yeah.
I do want to mention we probably will touch on this a little bit later. Pause. The U.S. is placed on civil liberties watch list under Trump because Trump going crazy. Like now they got to protect us
What do
for
you
our
mean?
liberties.
Let people know
What do
what
you
that
mean?
means. You know what that means?
I just want y'all to understand that you are surprised at Trump for acting like Trump. You're surprised for the rich white men that are standing behind him to act the way that they are acting, and they've
not
always
surprised
acted
at
the way that
that,
they
brother.
acted. Why do you think all the black people are silent?
I'm not
Why do you think we not
surprised at
saying
that,
that,
bro. What I'm
they doing what they
surprised at-
always do. They
What-
look out for them and theirs, and that's it.
No, that's not what it is, though.
Come
What I'm
on, how it's
surprised at is that the fact that the world is now looking
I
at
like-
us.
right.
Like, let's protect you guys.
Right,
now.
right.
Y'all
That's
should've
the
been over here
first. That's
protecting
the-
us.
This is a first. This
This
is
is
a
the
first.
first, bro.
This is the
You should've
first
been over
time
here.
that the other governments are looking like maybe we should intervene. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's about to not be a democracy anymore.
I
That's usually
mean,
what
I think the thing is, like, I think it's way more black people that voted for Trump this time around than
It
the
did,
first
it
time
was.
around. You know what I'm saying? And I think the only ones that surprised.
No.
You don't think it's more black people that voted this time around?
It's
than
definitely
the
No,
more
it
last
was,
time
people
it
around?
was
that
a bunch of
voted this time
Latinos for Trump.
But
That
yeah,
too,
no,
though.
no.
You
it
couldn't
was
dance
that,
this
yeah.
off.
It
That
was
was
that. It was
too.
that too. But you know what? It was a lot of Biden letting all of the migrants come in. That a
That's
lot
what
of
it came down to. A lot of
Yeah.
the Americans got scared when they started seeing all these immigrants in the streets. And unfortunately, it was the immigrants, the whole abortion thing, and the transgender stuff. 'Cause
Hey,
a
man,
lot
them
of
niggas
people,
got machetes,
that's pretty
bro.
much what did it.
Them niggas is walking around with machetes, dog, like slashing at
And
each other.
revolvers.
Like,
Hey,
I'm-
listen, I don't
Who
even
told-
think it's a scare thing. I think that there's certain merit to that because look, y'all want to give all of these migrants checks and shit, which I
Who
wouldn't
wants
be.
to give him checks? That's all.
They
just
were
rumors.
getting that's
Brandon
not rumors,
Johnson.
nigga.
That's who gave him a lot of checks.
Nigga,
Mr. Johnson.
that was not rumors.
Hey,
That
Bro,
was,
they was getting $4,000 in Link, bro.
Why did we spend $16 million on housing for them? $16
did,
million
bro.
in
We
1
did.
year.
We
1
did.
year.
Where are you gonna put these people? Just leave them in the streets?
No, Javi,
Why
I'm not
they even
saying
here?
that.
Why did they even get here?
I'm not saying leave them in the
Texas
street.
sent them here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because Texas has been dealing with this
Exactly.
problem. It's a real problem. I'm
It
not
is a
denying
very real
that.
problem.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that people don't got no humanity inside of them, and
nah,
they're like,
fuck that.
what it
Because
comes
this
down
is
to-
the thing.
What it comes
Y-
down
yeah,
to
no,
is
no, what it comes.
you don't like seeing these homeless people on the street. You don't like
Exactly.
seeing this lady on the street with a little 3-year-old kid freezing
Uh-huh.
their ass off. It
Yeah,
makes you
for
feel
sure.
some kind of
That's
way.
because Howdy's
sure.
rich.
And you're like, you
Howdy's
know
rich.
what? I don't get
That's
rid
why
of these
Howdy's
immigrants.
rich.
Send
That's
them
why
back.
he can sympathize.
Send them back to
Howdy's
their
rich.
country, and I
No,
don't have to
nigga,
see this
no,
because it
nigga.
makes me feel some kind of way.
No,
Just 'cause it
nigga,
makes
yeah,
you-
and it should because of humanity. But guess what? Before the migrants got here, it was still a homeless issue here, right?
Right.
Before
It was
migrants
still
were here, there was
motherfuckers-
niggas.
It was still motherfuckers out here
Hold on,
that
hold
didn't
on,
have
Astonis.
nothing.
Hold on,
Let him say it.
Astonis.
Let him say it.
Before
Let him
before
say it.
migrants were here, there were niggas.
It was
And why didn't they get the same amount of
That's 16 million?
It was still potholes on the west side and on the south side that
I'm
y'all
saying,
never
bro.
fixed. It was everything, bro. It was a
Why
homeless.
is Inglewood Barbie out here trying to like put tents out for these homeless
Y'all
people?
acting like they couldn't have solved these problems already. They're not going to. Just
Oh, they're
'cause-
not going to.
Well,
No.
They're
they
not
solved,
going
they
to.
solved the immigrant
No,
problem.
they didn't.
The
No,
they
migrant
didn't.
problem.
They didn't.
No, they
they
didn't.
did not.
Well, they did
I
better.
mean, they kind of did
They
because they
did.
put them in housing.
Yes.
There was a fucking story about
They had no choice on that one.
yeah, but there was
What about all the
because
people
they had
that
them
been
for
here?
Because people would have been dying. You
no,
would have had
bro.
little
No,
kids
it's not
dying.
even that. They had them at police stations and shit. They
Police
wanted to get them up
stations,
out of there.
abandoned
The
They had-
police station was weird from the jump street.
Abandoned
You got the
schools.
police officers in there doing weird stuff to the young ladies that's there, paying them. They ain't got no bread coming in, and you got a police officer that makes 70, 80,000 a year telling Shorty he gonna throw her a little something, something. She give him a little something,
Doing
something.
something
Let's come on,
strange,
boy.
show some
Hey, talk
change,
about what's really what they was
bro.
doing.
Yo,
Mr. Brandon wasn't paying attention to that until it started coming out. Now he want to house them, and now he take all our emergency funds when it was stuff that it was needed here for, and dump it into this. I'm not saying what the man did was wrong. It was the way that he handled it was wrong.
It's
And it's the way
Mohawks
that the
together,
police
though.
officers handled it was wrong. You knew when you put them over there with them people that them boys ain't no good. You know it's a lot of them over there that ain't no good. They been doing some weird stuff for a long time. Don't act like our officers is just upstanding citizens because them niggas is not.
Why he ain't put him up north though? Why he put him on the south side
Nah,
and
they
west
was up
side?
north too.
No, I'm
Nah,
talking about Lincoln Park up north, not
I
like
see.
Montrose up north.
They was in Inglewood.
No,
Heavy.
why they
No,
Inglewood? They on
nigga.
the
No,
over
nigga.
east.
They was nigga. They
on
was
the west
downtown,
side,
bro.
heavy.
They was downtown.
Oh,
Nigga.
yeah, they was
Well, that's how they
downtown.
was getting their money though, bro.
They was
No,
definitely downtown.
no,
yes,
no,
no,
nigga.
brother. They was getting their money. Look, the
Hold on.
ladies was holding
I'm
the
telling you,
babies
dog.
and
I was
selling
riding,
candy, bro.
nigga.
No, they
nigga.
was putting them in housing.
Bro, they
over
had,
there.
They had housing downtown, nigga.
In those public buildings, I mean,
Yes.
the CHA buildings and stuff, they was putting them in there, bro.
Yes, nigga, they was
Put 'em in
in
CHA
there,
housing.
bro. They was legit in the heart of the city, my nigga.
CHA housing.
No,
And
I know they were in the heart of the city. What I'm saying is I seen them niggas taking the train back to where they needed to be. With
No,
the babies,
nigga,
bro.
they had housing right there, bro.
But I
I'm
also
telling
seen
you.
them
Yo,
niggas taking the train
bro,
back to
But
the
what are we
north
talking
side.
about? What are we
Bro,
talking
they had
about?
babies
What is
and
the
candy, bro.
what is the problem?
That's
Are
what
they
it
taking?
was.
Are they? What is the problem?
The
Are they
problem
ta- are-
is
what
the
are
way
they doing?
it was the
What
pro-
are
They're
they doing?
taking
Hold on.
money away from black people. That's what the problem is. For
Black
me,
people wasn't
put
getting
the
the money.
camera on me
Y'all
right
was-
now. Put the camera on me. They're taking money from black people.
Put the camera
that
on me.
shouldn't
Put the
be
camera on me.
There. They should be
Put
with
the camera
black
on me.
people, bro. There's hella
Y'all
black
were
people
not gonna
that,
get that money anyways. Y'all ain't getting that money, no matter what. What are y'all fighting for? Y'all,
He's not lying.
y'all
He's
acting
not
like
lying.
y'all acting like if the
He's
immigrants,
not lying.
Look, I
were
don't
the-
care. Look, I
did
don't
the
care if these
immigrants
lies
take
or
the
not,
money?
bro.
No,
Hold on.
I don't care if he's lying or not. My thing is this. The fact of the matter, no, hold on, don't stop me.
Hold on,
The
no,
fact of the matter
hold
that they
on,
were
hold
able
on.
to come here and get that type of funding
Yeah.
and
Okay.
get that type
That's
of
a
help
pro- okay,
was
okay.
a problem.
Yeah, no,
hold
exactly,
on,
exactly,
Let me finish. The reason why that the black people on the south side, the west
side,
downtown,
east side,
whatever, they can't get that type of funding. So what's the problem? What do you mean?
what are you mad at
dog?
the immigrants for?
No,
what are
no,
you
we're
mad
not
at the
mad at
immigrants
the-
for?
I'm not mad at
immigrants.
the
See,
immigrants,
mad.
bro.
Javi, you
No,
get
you're
in
mad
there.
because the immigrants
Time out.
got that money,
No,
right?
no.
What?
No,
that
that's
money
not
could have
the-
came from
that's
somewhere
not
else.
the
That
case.
money could have
Bro.
come from taxing the rich.
That's
Hold
not
on,
Y'all
hold
could
on.
have got that money from
I
other
can explain-
venues.
I can explain his point better.
I see his. I don't
can explain
understand
his point better. His point is that you pulled all this money out of this fund
that we didn't know what was even there.
Hold on. That we didn't even know it was there. Because they don't never explain all the money to us and where it's going. We'll never get that type of transparency.
All that TIF
We'll
money.
never get that transparency. But his whole thing is, if this money was there, and there's people over here trying to buy houses, there's people that wanted government subsidies so that they can buy a family home and not be in CHA and not be on welfare. All these things that you could have done, and these are the things you could provide for the people that were already here and that have been here, and you didn't. And that's why we pissed. But nobody's explaining it that
nobody
way.
cares about
Nigga,
that.
there's been a homeless issue.
It's
in
not even just a
Chicago.
homeless issue, my brother.
I know. But I'm saying
The bread is
because
here,
I'm
you
saying
didn't
no.
spend it.
I'm saying because Javi brought up the issue of where you gonna leave these people on the streets.
No.
Look,
There's people
there
that's
was
been living
people
on the streets forever.
exactly.
How long has that camp been on Roosevelt?
If they
Somebody tell me.
wanted, that's my thing. That's my thing. That's my thing. That's my
115th
thing.
Street,
Yo,
115th Street Mall on Halsted. They turned that
They
into a
c-
camp.
if-
How long? They could have did that for homeless
they
people
could
a
have
long
done
time
a long
ago.
time ago. A long time ago.
Why
That
did they
money's
have to
been
wait
there.
for migrants to come here to do that?
Because that looked terrible. You have like
But it
50,000.
doesn't look
Because you got
The
50,000.
optics. He's right. The optics.
It's the optics.
It was
You
the
got-
But
optics.
it don't look bad.
They
when
could have
black
been-
people sitting on the street like that.
Oh,
It
no.
only looks bad to me because I'm black.
No.
But if it's some Hispanic motherfuckers coming up in here,
No,
it's
see,
a problem. now.
Yo, you
Wait.
thinking
I don't
like they
that,
want you to
dog.
think that. This is why
No,
Trump
that's
won.
what it
This
is,
is
dog.
why. This is why
That's
Trump
what it
won.
is.
I'm showing
No,
you. This
listen,
is why
listen.
Trump won. They got their optics. They got you thinking that way. They got you brown against
Right.
brown
They
fighting
don't
each
have
other.
you
They're
brown
like, yo,
against brown.
that's exactly what happened. Yo, the way you opinionating right now.
No.
it sounds like
They
you're
don't have me
that
against
you
brown.
don't want
No,
this
no, it's
immigrant.
not that,
this,
Javi. You are
it's-
totally-
I'm not saying you're a Trump
totally
supporter.
different.
I'm not saying you're a Trump
No,
supporter.
that's wrong.
I'm not.
That's
I
wrong.
wouldn't
That's
dare call
totally
you that.
wrong, bro.
I
That's
wouldn't
not what
dare
I'm
call
saying.
you that.
Never.
But I'm saying though,
Nobody in this
this is
room
why
is.
America voted for Trump.
No,
Yes.
but
This
I
is the
disagree.
optics.
Now, when you
I
say
did-
brown
hold
against
on, hold
brown,
on.
I'm
Can
not
I
talking about brown
can I
against
speak?
brown
Can I
in
speak?
Chicago.
Can I speak? Can I speak? Please, because you getting the whole narrative wrong. It's nothing against brown. Brown
No.
people been here too.
Yeah.
Brown people are homeless too. Brown people are on the west side and on the south side as well. Nobody has an issue with the brown people that's here. You're conflating the issue with something else. It's it's the fact that you're bringing in more of a problem when you haven't solved the problem that's already here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all providing funds we didn't even know you had in the
Right.
first place.
Food stamps,
You know-
CHA housing, and giving them actual cash
So
on
this-
them link cards, bro. Come on.
Man.
So this is the
Where
thing.
the money come
because-
from?
I seen them mugs on Rainbow Beach, bro. Like if and
I was
Javi-
there.
and
I was there
Javi-
in the summer.
And Javi, you are an avid traveler. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, bro. You know how like when you go like to Mexico and you on the beach and it's a dude selling like some juices or whatever,
Little
and there's a
coconuts,
guy selling like tacos and shit like that. Go to Rainbow Beach and see what it look like.
It looked like that.
It look like that.
Yeah.
And where y'all getting this money from? Y'all spending all this link
Yo,
to
they
come up.
Bro, they gave him like 2 bands.
They hustle. They're hustlers. They hustlers. They
No,
sell shit.
that's what they were supposed to come here and do.
Sell
This is
shit.
America. That's the only
They
way you're going to
sell
make some
shit.
bread in America is hustling.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Javi, they was giving them bread, and I know,
And that was the thing.
And I know because I've been out there every day. I've been seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is,
But y'all mad
but
at the
no,
bread?
we're not mad
Nobody's
at them.
mad
The
at
argument-
them.
I know,
Nobody's
but
mad at
the
them.
The
fact-
argument is the
the
government
cash-
doing that.
Right.
But the government's got money from all types of other sources. Why is this the source that y'all focusing on?
Because my
Because
brother.
they could have been there already.
No.
They could have been solved these problems. They
Yeah,
coulda.
they could have been
That's what
solved
we're
this problem.
saying.
And that's what we're saying.
But,
We're like,
and they want you to point at the immigrant.
we're not
problem.
pointing at the immigrants,
They
we're
want
pointing
you
at
to do
Brandon.
that.
I'm pointing
Brandon,
directly
bro.
They
at
want you
Brandon.
to do that so you
We're
don't
black
focus.
Brandon.
So you don't focus on the billions of dollars they're
But
sending.
We're
to
focused
war.
on Brandon.
So you
Javi,
don't focus on the
nobody-
taxation of the rich.
No.
So you don't
No.
focus
No.
on.
No.
And y'all could have got this money.
That
No,
is
Javi,
that-
no.
that is the
That
narrative.
don't even
We're
matter,
saying
bro.
no. That does
No.
not matter.
That doesn't even
Fuck
matter,
all that.
dog.
We cared about you pulling out this money that you sweared up and down we did not have, and we couldn't solve this problem. Then all of a sudden you pulled $25 million
And
out
it came
your
out
ass.
of nowhere. Now we just figured this
That's
whole
the
thing
problem.
out.
That's the problem.
Now my homies, your peoples that you're talking about, my peoples, that's immigrants now, they're coming over here. They got cars and shit. They got cribs and shit. And there's people that's been here, your brothers, that's been living here, that's been struggling for years, that can't get a car. They can't get a house. They can't get food stamps. They don't even have a place.
And you literally handed this person $2,000 in food stamps to get them right. Then you turned around and gave them $3,000 in cash to get them right. Hold on. That's what the problem was. Where the hell did this money come from?
Not talking about
That's our
migrants,
problem,
bro.
Where the money come from? Not the
talking about
migrants. Not who you gave it to. Where did the money come from that we didn't have, nigga?
And we're supposed to be going through bankruptcy damn near.
That's this attitude of
This city is bankrupt.
The city's bankrupt, but you found all this money to support this.
That's the same attitude of just there isn't enough for me because there's more people now.
Yeah, but let me go.
That's that attitude. That's the attitude.
Let me go to goddamn Venezuela and see what I get.
Not a damn thing.
Let me migrate to Venezuela and see what they give me.
Not a damn thing.
How about that? You know what, Javi? Me and you, we gonna leave Chicago now, and
So,
we're gonna hold on.
what are you mad at? You're mad at
hold on. We're gonna go to Venezuela.
government.
Yeah,
We're mad at the
Javi,
government.
Javi,
We're
no,
gonna see what they give us, brother.
You're saying the wrong words, man. 'Cause
No,
you
I'm
saying-
not. I'm talking the
No,
truth.
no. I'm talking about Javi.
Oh.
I'm talking about Javi. You're saying the wrong words because nobody is mad. Look, we're not mad. My only thing that I'm mad at with the migrant issue is that y'all didn't even check these individuals.
No.
They just came
Let 'em
in,
come in.
whether they had illness, whether they were criminals,
That's
whether
illegal
regardless.
immigration. Yes, that's illegal immigration.
Yeah, like
And Texas
no,
said,
no,
fuck
no.
you, here they
And,
go.
and there's people who are waiting on a
Hold
list
on,
trying to
brother,
come here.
all of this is illegal immigration. What do you mean that's illegal immigration?
Illegal immigration
Every
is-
migrant that's here right now is illegal
Right.
immigration.
Nigga,
Right.
I'm here illegally.
So my thing is that,
you
and I'm
here-
even
nah,
talking about
you- nah,
Venezuelans
brother.
too.
You here
It was
legally 'cause they
Africans,
made it legal.
It was Asians. Do you know Asian people were coming through Mexico too?
Yes.
It's not just
Yes.
it's not just Venezuelans or Hispanic people, and that's why I feel like you're getting this shit mixed up at. It has nothing to do with that. It has the fact of it being people that are not here reaping benefits that the people that are here can't.
How are these people getting benefits? They can't even get a job.
Oh my God.
Oh my
man.
God.
They don't got you. You
All
think
right,
they just?
let's
You
go
think?
to
Hold
the
on. My whole
next.
thing
Let's
is
move on. Let's move on, man. Let's move on,
end this,
'cause-
bro.
Javi, you think they not getting money?
where the fuck they getting money from? They go to office and get money?
They
Yes.
getting checks.
Yes,
They
Bro,
go.
That's how
yes.
you know this guy's rich. That's how you
nigga's
know
rich.
Javi is rich,
This
bro.
nigga's rich.
How without a social security
You've
number?
never
How,
been to the
how are you?
DCFS office
No,
ever in
No,
your
y'all
life.
acting.
no.
No,
Ever
y'all
in your
acting like
life.
the white people who are like, oh,
Have
these
you ever
immigrants
been
are
to
getting
IDHS?
welfare.
No.
Y'all
Never in
acting
your
like
life.
they're getting
No.
welfare.
So he has no idea. You don't know
Y'all
how
acting
it
like they're
happens,
getting
bro.
welfare, and
They
that-
are
oh,
getting
all these
welfare.
people
are,
They are
dog.
literally getting welfare. They're literally getting a link card with
Yes.
food stamps on it.
Yes.
The link card is loaded up with
And it
money
has
on it.
cash.
Yes, because they need to live. These people need to live.
Nobody
Yes
is
or no?
denying that part.
Bro,
but you cannot tell me that $2,000 a month is not
Javi.
excessive.
Javi, people have
$3,000 a month in cash is not excessive.
people didn't hop.
I don't even get $3,000 a month. I gotta go to work for that.
No, people didn't hopped on my bus. Migrants pulled out a wad of cash, hundreds, my
Blue
nigga,
faces.
hundreds,
faces.
pulling it out to pay for like
$2.50.
6 to 8 people. Where you think they got that from?
All right, so you saying don't stop giving money to the lady with the kid on the corner?
No, see
Look,
how
She's getting hundreds.
Javi, you're not
She's getting
listening.
hundreds. She's getting
Okay,
hundreds.
Javi.
She
No.
needs to go to the office
My
and get
brother,
hundreds.
you're not hearing us.
Yo,
It's
I'm in the
okay.
wrong business too.
You're
Yes.
not hearing
We need
us.
to
Yeah,
go
you-
man.
get
your ass-
hundreds
yo,
from
you-
this little
Let's go
office.
to Venezuela,
You-
my nigga, and see what they do for us.
But look, I need you to understand something. For you, in order to get food stamps or any type of government assistance like that when you are an immigrant, there's a whole way set up for that. You don't have a social security card. I get that part. You do. You have your paperwork. Your mama got her paperwork. Your daddy got his paperwork. He moved through this market like he wanted to forever because that man got his paperwork the right way. I can't never hold that against him. But I need you to understand that there's a system set up so that it's not so that it's a system set up where these people can still get the same benefits that me or you would get without having the proper identification. And they will still be able to get food stamps. They will still be able to get cash. There's literally paperwork that you fill out for this. So that you can, you come in that mark. If Maria come in this mark with 4 kids and she can show that these are her 4 kids, and you got an address? Oh, we gave you housing? All right, hold on. Let me explain to you. They gonna give her All right, this where your food stamp card gonna come to. It's gonna be cash on it and everything. All them 4 kids gonna be taken care of. That's where you gonna live. That system is set up for that reason. Yes, they can come and get what we're telling you without the proper identification so far. You know what I mean? She got a birth certificate at least. She got the kids' birth certificates. Hey, that's all we need, shorty. You got a place of residence? All right. You're not gonna starve. Your kids are not gonna be cold.
Right.
Yes. Did they do it in excessive amounts? Hell yes.
And that's the problem.
And that's the problem. The problem isn't them coming and getting what they need. The problem is, where did the money come from, nigga?
Bro, and it's not
that
really.
You said we didn't have.
It's not even really like that. It was excessive. It was just the types that came over here too.
Because it was egregious,
because
brother.
we not trying to that mother on the child, that mother and the child on the corner selling candy bars and stuff. Of course, like. You want to help. Your heart feels for that person. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of those people that are doing that are the ones that don't have the paperwork yet.
Or
they don't have everything they need.
Dog.
We did too. Hold on. We're never gonna put that past it. But there is a lot of people out there that were doing it because they didn't get placement yet. They still were in those police stations.
Or they did, and they just didn't take it for granted. So the people that came into this country and worked hard for it and took that opportunity, like this is a chance for me to have a better life.
Yeah,
that's a different issue than what we talking
about.
Because they're all jobs
Nobody's
right now.
talking
they
about that.
They have a temporary ID.
Yes.
They have a TIN number.
Those boys came in here working.
They're going to the point of trying to be a citizen.
Yes.
Like, that's different.
I don't know. Y'all sound real American to me right now.
Yeah, but even the ones
by explaining you how the system works.
But even the ones,
real American.
But even the ones that came here, maybe not as legal.
Right.
Like I don't care about that. Like
I don't
I
care
feel
about
like
that.
This is the home of the free, land of the brave, right? Like
Who works the fields? I have yet to see a Caucasian work them fields.
So it's not about that. You're confusing the issue.
You're not stealing jobs from us.
You're confusing.
That's the jobs we
stealing
want
black
anyway.
jobs.
Listen,
get the fuck out of here.
People that are meant to be here don't take it for granted. Trying to work hard, trying to make a better life for themselves.
Yes.
I think everybody is willing to have that person here. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed, bro. That's like
But the
my
thing
ex's
is,
girl. My ex's mom, bro. She came here from Australia, brother. Did her whole thing to become a citizen. Went through, got everything, bro. She came here. Her kids were just born, like babies. Came here, did everything she needed to do, became a citizen, pays taxes, all of that. These niggas is not doing that, dog.
And on top of that, I think you're confusing the issue because it's related to you because you.
No, I'm not even personally vested in this.
But the thing is,
I think you are, though, to be honest, because you're arguing like you are.
But
I'm arguing because I see a bigger picture. I'm always on the bigger picture.
But no, I like the argument.
That's because you're rich. Rich niggas don't care about little people problems, man.
Nah,
when you out of town all the time and you going on trips and you in Amsterdam and you're around Mexico and all that, it don't matter.
I've seen the world and I know that these lines are just stupid.
Very.
There ain't no point. If you were born in a poor spot, they could divide the fucking city right now, Skokie and fucking the rest of the city, and be like, you can't cross over. Exactly. They're gonna be like, you can't cross over. And then what? You were born on that side of the street?
Listen, Javi.
No, that shit's all dumb to me. That's why I'm on a higher level. Where it's like, yo, they were born poor.
That's not a higher level, Javi. Because
no, that's not what we're thinking.
It's not a higher level because at the same time, if you think about it logically, there's not enough money to go around to fund everybody. So in the way that you're thinking, oh, you're from there, but if you want to come over here, then everything is cool.
That's the whole build. I worked my way up with my bootstraps, and I'm gonna cut the cord behind me so nobody else comes up, because I'm kind of scared that y'all gonna take my shit.
Javi, where you from, bro?
No.
Nigga,
Javi, where you from, Javi?
Edgewater.
Javi,
yes,
you're from Edgewater, right? Let's say this, bro. And your dad is Guatemalan, right?
Yes, sir.
From Guatemala, right? He just went back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he coming over here trying to get a handout, my nigga?
That's the whole attitude.
Answer the question.
Helmer work his ass off.
Answer the question, dog. Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
Helmer work his ass off.
It's a yes, it's no, but
okay.
It's yes or no.
No.
There we go. Let's go to the next subject.
Yeah,
let's go to the next subject, bro.
Listen, I know it's a touchy subject or whatever, and I like the fact that it's dialogue and there's differences of opinion.
Let's talk about it.
Because you have
Even if it's uncomfortable, we have to.
Yeah, because you have to. But the fact of the matter is, those funds aren't provided to everybody. And if you're gonna give it to people that's coming that's new, why didn't you provide those services to people that've been here?
I'm not arguing
That's the
that. I'm
question.
not arguing that.
That's
How many
what I'm
people
saying.
here
My
have
thing-
CHA housing?
but-
and if you could give them $3,000 a month, you telling me, hold on, you telling me if the government can help provide you $3,000 a month, just even if it was towards your mortgage, brother, and you were at the beginning when you started, before you got this house, you needed hella help. Now, if you could have got some help back then, and let's say, Javi, you only got to put $5,000 down for your house, hell yeah, you would have took it and ran with it, my brother.
I'm saying,
And
though,
they could have provided you that service with government funding. You would have took it.
It's too obvious, my brothers. It's too obvious to
What's
go
too
after that one. The funding could have came from anywhere else.
It's
Y'all,
not- we don't have it,
y'all
though.
focusing on this funding that went to them.
No,
we're not.
We
We
could
that we
easily-
don't have.
The
How
funding
that's
we
what
don't
we're
have.
saying.
Exactly, but I'm
That's
saying
it.
that funding that y'all arguing about this little specific issue that only
No,
cost
no.
a
It's
couple
not a
million
little.
dollars.
It's not a little
$1
issue.
of
It
an
cost
issue,
a
brother.
couple. It was a couple $1 million that went into
Not
this
a
that could have been
couple.
No, it's
used
not a
to
couple.
solve.
It's not a couple, dog.
Okay, let's say it's $1 billion that they used
Okay.
on the
That's a
immigrants
lot of- that's
that
a
they
lot
could
of
have
money,
used
Javi.
to solve the homeless problem.
Yes.
Why are we focusing on that? They could have took that $1 billion from freaking the
But-
war in
but-
Ukraine.
but
Stop
Javi,
funding the
but
war in
Javi,
Ukraine.
but Javi, but
See,
this-
that's what I'm saying.
no,
That's
no,
my
no,
comparison.
no,
they
Y'all
could have.
obviously
No,
they
no,
want you to
no,
make
no,
that
no,
easy
but
comparison,
no,
but
no,
you
no,
could have
no,
got
no,
the funding
no.
from anywhere else. The funding could come from anywhere else.
This is where you're confusing it, bro.
Yeah.
Why am I confusing
This is
it?
where you're
You're confusing
confusing it.
I'm not confusing
Yes,
it.
no,
Hold on,
y'all-
y'all are
no.
straight-minded,
No,
going for the
no.
obvious. Y'all getting the little fucking thing
But
that they're
that's-
putting
that-
in your little face.
that's
Like,
why-
hey, look at this,
that's
look
why-
at this.
that's
Y'all
why-
going for the bait. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
we're not
That's
going
y'all
for the bait, my
That's why
brother.
we're saying it sounds personal for
It's
you.
not personal.
Because we're not even saying that.
No.
Nobody ever said it was mad at the migrants.
No.
We said we're
You're
mad at the
saying
money
that
they're
money
getting.
that went to the migrants could have been solved the homeless problem.
We're asking a question that
Why?
instead of the answer, you're talking about, well, why y'all mad at that? You're
'Cause, yeah,
answering
that's
the
the
question
bait. That's the
with
bait that they
another
put in front of
question.
y'all. That's
No,
the bait
you're-
that they
no,
put in front
no,
of y'all.
because nobody even knew this money was allocated to anywhere.
They don't have this money. They just made it. They just grabbed it from the fucking
No, they
wherever
did
they
not,
can.
bro.
They could just
Do
grab
you
that
know
money
what-
from
Do you know
anywhere.
what TIFs are for? Have you ever heard of that? A TIF?
Yes.
You know what that is? So tell me what a TIF is, bro.
When there's like a freaking state of emergency.
No, it's money set aside to do things. Government based in Chicago. TIF money. There's all types of. Your city has TIF money. I live in the south suburbs of my city. They have TIF money. It's set aside. So what?
For
so what happens
certain
was,
occasions.
No, it's not for. It's not for that, bro. It's for people. Like they can take that money and build things with it, infrastructure. They can take it, use it to help people with.
The
They
money
can take
they give to the CTA. They give money to the CTA. These certain tax breaks and everything that comes from the city and
All
the
of that
taxes
money
and the
was
money.
TIF money,
so
bro.
that's TIF money. They allocate the money to go where they want it to go. So our whole question was, if you allocated this money to go to certain things, and this money was sitting there and it's been sitting there,
Why does it
you
take
waited till this certain crisis happened, and all of a sudden, here it is. But every year you say, we're going bankrupt. You're saying we don't have this money. We don't have that money. And
you
then
know
all
where
of
they
a
took it
sudden,
from though, from the COVID fund that was left over. That's all COVID money that was left over.
Nobody
so if
ever
we had
thought-
COVID money. Then why weren't you giving these people COVID money in the beginning?
or why wasn't you using it to build a better infrastructure in the
In
city?
the city.
That's
and
our
that's why I
problem.
say that you're confusing it, because it's not an issue between people. Well, for some people it is. You know what I'm saying? And for those people, then you're right about that. But everybody sitting here, you know what I'm saying? So to say we sound real American, you're really just negating what people feel. You know what I'm saying?
And
Rather
the
than-
shit we can
rather-
point out. We're
rather-
pointing this out.
It's
Yeah.
too easy to point that
We're-
out.
what you mean it's too easy?
It's
It's an
too
actual
easy.
problem.
Is it not
in
too
your
easy
face.
to point out the problem that we had hella homeless people before this TIF money was put in for migrants?
Can we point
Is
out the
that
fact-
too easy to point that out?
Can we point out the fact that you take
Right?
you don't build none of the stuff around the neighborhoods that need to be built, and there's food deserts and everything
Let me
that
tell
this
you
money
this.
could have been used
Here's
for?
why it's too easy. If there was no immigrant crisis,
then we would have
What?
never know that
About
they
this
had
money that was
y'all
sitting
were
we
gonna
would
get
never
that.
know
what-
about the extra
Would they have
money.
fixed anything? Would they have fixed
listen,
anything?
Until you know
Would they have fixed? Would
listen.
they have fixed the infrastructure?
No, they
Would
wouldn't.
they have fixed the homeless
No,
problem?
they wouldn't.
Exactly.
No, and that's
It's
the
too easy.
issue,
It's
That's
Javi.
the
That's
issue,
what
Javi.
makes it
That's
even
the
worse,
That's
Javi.
the issue, Javi.
You're proving their your point.
I'm
ain't
proving
even
the
wrong
point
there.
that
You're
they're just causing y'all to fight each other.
No.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
bro.
If there wasn't the crisis, for sure, you're right on that. We would never know about this extra money
But
that's
the
laying
problem
around.
is-
And you
because there
still
was
don't
a
know
crisis
how
and
much
this money
more
came
extra
out of
money they
nowhere.
have now.
I know it's a lot because I know a lot of migrants came here. The thing is, it's not a problem against the migrants. It's the fact that you had all this laying over and you couldn't help the people that were already
And you were
here.
not using it for the betterment of your city. You didn't use it until it looked bad on the city. That's what y'all waited for, the optics to come and was like, oh no, we're doing this, we're doing that. But how many months did we sit there and watch them people live in these damn police
Yeah,
stations?
because when you say things like y'all sound real American or whatever, that means
That's
that
exactly
All
this
right,
is
how
why
about
Trump
this?
is president
How
right now.
about this?
Why? Because none of us voted
You know how
for
much
him,
money?
Javi.
You know
But
how
at the
much
same
money
time,
was
hold on.
allocated?
That's
hold
the
on,
American
hold on,
opinion.
You know how
hold
much
on.
money was allocated for migrants? $300 million in Chicago alone.
Not even $1 billion. I thought it was $1 billion.
Bro,
I said billion. I said
it don't
16
even
million.
matter. Like $300 million allocated for migrants. You know what we could have did? We could have
Well,
fixed.
it don't matter because
we
Trump's
coulda
gonna cut
fixed
that.
94.
We're good. Trump's
You
gonna
coulda
cut it.
fixed
We're
94,
good.
and now I gotta wait in
You know,
traffic.
you know what the problem is everybody wants to see the side, but you don't want to listen to the other side. Because Javi, I'm just telling you, just based off of right now, like I see your side of it, but you're refusing to see the other side.
The
You're
other side-
answering a question with another question.
I'm telling y'all
And
that
so
that
then
funding
why
wasn't
isn't-
gonna fix those problems. Y'all could get
Why not if
How
they had the
300
money?
million
because
wasn't
that's how
gonna fit?
because they were not
Because they weren't going to spend it, Javi.
exactly.
They
But
gonna
they
s-
had it.
And
They
they were
do.
gonna.
So
and that's
why-
the problem we're all pointing out. You had $300 million to play with, and you
I'm with
chose.
y'all. I'm
You
with y'all.
chose to wait until it was a crisis on the news. Y'all waited till the news got this. We all saw this. If you're out in the city, we seen these migrants. We seen what was going on. We like, damn, why are they there? Why we don't have a shelter for them? Why we were asking all these questions? Why are you letting them live like this?
And
Why are these
everybody
kids
wants
being
that for
neglected?
them.
Nobody wanted that for them.
And
But our
I'm
whole
on-
thing was like, if this was here, why did y'all wait till it turned to shit to fix it? And we knew this problem was coming.
And check
We
this
knew
out,
these
my
people
brother.
were on their way. We knew this.
Check this out, my brother. I'm looking at the government site, USDA site, and it's and this is just saying, can illegal immigrants get food stamps in Chicago?
Yes.
No, listen. This is what they say from the actual site. Only United States citizens or certain lawfully present non-citizens may receive SNAP benefits. SNAP is not and has never been available for undocumented non-citizens. And what happened in Chicago?
They got thousands.
What happened in Chicago? So
Thousands.
this isn't even something that you can even get. You're not even supposed to be able to get it.
Mhm.
And what happened in Chicago?
They handed it out like
They
candy.
said-
We should look into it. Let's find out.
I'm
And the
looking into it
thing
right
is,
now.
Let's find out.
It's on the website.
It's on the website.
Yeah, the website says that they're not supposed to be getting the money.
Yes.
But what happened?
But look,
I don't know. Let's find out.
And
and
nobody
let's
was.
find
But
out.
Nobody.
nobody is saying that they shouldn't have that.
Indeed.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
The question is, why you ain't do something sooner for people that really needed this before
Indeed.
a crisis had to happen?
Indeed.
You
in
could
the
have
first place.
started putting these people in housing when it first got here and it was first starting to get out of hand. They literally waited till it turned to crap and was like, okay, we're doing something. We're gonna do something. We're gonna figure it out.
money at it.
As they always do.
And they threw
Yeah,
money at it.
exactly.
They always do.
So the problem isn't between people and the migrants.
It's the
The problem
government.
The government
is
is what I'm trying
what
to
it's
say.
always been
That's
the
always
people
been my
and
problem.
the government.
That's always been my problem too.
And that's
No,
the
that's
worst.
all I've been saying.
That's
is
our
that the
problem.
government
That's
has
Our
been
and-
government is our
and that's
problem.
what I'm saying. We all coming to the same conclusion. You're just looking at one side of it, and I understand your side of it. But there's another side that you have to understand how another person is feeling before you can ever come to the table and negotiate anything. And this is why Democrats and Republicans have problems, because they can't come to the table and understand each other's issues. You know what I'm
Indeed.
saying?
And it's like they're not trying to.
That's why we need some moderates.
Yeah,
No, that's why we
for
need.
sure.
No, we need young blood. We don't need moderates.
We don't need moderates.
We need a third
young
party. We need a
bro.
third party.
We don't need no old people in there. You got all these 80, and I think I talked about this
70
like
and
a
80-year-old
long time
men,
ago
yeah.
on
We
the
need a
podcast.
cap. We need a cap.
It needs to be a cap on the age of when people need to go.
If you don't understand GPS, you shouldn't be in
You
government.
shouldn't be in government.
You shouldn't be in government. You don't understand GPS. That should not be a discussion we're having that the phone knows when you turn. Stop it. That's crazy.
All right,
crazy,
well,
All right, bro. Yeah.
that wasn't on the topic.
That wasn't on the topic, but we went straight through it, though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Look, we're done. We done did too much.
Oh, shit.
We done had a whole debate. We had a better debate than I've seen in the government in the past 2 weeks.
No,
Oh,
and that's
for
great.
sure.
That's why I love y'all, though, for real.
We had a
can get
better
on here-
debate
we can
than
get
the
on here and
government
talk
did.
real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and get these feelings out, and the people that's watching us, they can, you know what I'm saying, like, have their own feelings too. You know what
We
I'm
probably
saying?
gonna have somebody yelling at the damn TV.
Absolutely, which is a great thing, man.
Yeah,
Great.
for sure, definitely. And I'm glad that there's two sides of it, and it's not just
Just us
one
saying,
person.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know it's real. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, nobody's ever gonna get it 100% correct. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's flawed. We all are flawed individuals in the way that we think, but our emotions and our feelings are real. And until you can put all of those on the table and then try to come to like some negotiation tactics of how do we figure this out? Because we are human beings on this planet called Earth. It was once one place that we were all from, and then until it got spread out, and then white people started acting like they controlled it all. You know what I'm saying? But we got to come together as people to figure out how do we make this like truly equal for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Because we want everybody to eat. But if you putting food in everybody else's mouth and then we ain't even get this, it's like it would have been no problem if y'all were allocating money everywhere else. And then when the migrants came in, y'all also allocated money to them. Nobody would have no type of issue.
Fix
It's
the
a question
infrastructure.
between the people and the government, like it's always been.
Create jobs.
You know what I'm saying?
That creates jobs. You
And
fix
that's
the
just-
infrastructure, you create jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
That's
bring
just
people
what
together.
it is,
That
man.
was the New Deal. That was
Yeah.
the New Deal that Roosevelt had.
Okay, so I guess the last thing on the topic list I'm gonna talk about.
Well, please let me talk about Junior at least.
Yeah, we'll talk about Junior and we'll just give the update. So I'll let you do the update as well. So you could do both topics that we end off with because
Okay.
this was your previous topic. It revolves around the hazing of Caleb Wilson.
Oh,
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you could take that away.
Yeah,
That is
so
ugly.
as we talked about last week, we talked about the hazing of Caleb Wilson. Him being found in a different spot where he was supposed to be, and they moved him, and we found out that it was like some hazing by the Q Dogs. You know what I'm saying? Omega Sci-Fi. I think it's Omega Sci-Fi. I don't want to be wrong about it. I'm sorry if I am. Q Dogs. But come to find out now, they arrested 3 people now from the hazing event, and one of them actually happened to be the dean of recruitment.
Sheesh.
So it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, it being a HBCU makes me feel even worse because as black people, brown people, we shouldn't even be doing that to our people. Like, we should be bigging each other up. But like, my whole thing about like the fraternity thing is like, why do y'all gotta beat people up?
Bro, I didn't even know that I thought that only happened in white fraternity.
Yeah.
And then I had a conversation with my girl about it. You know what I'm saying?
Is she a soror?
Nah, she's
Okay.
not, but she been around a lot, and
Okay.
her family is involved in it and everything, and she has a whole lot of family that's involved
That's
in
a
it,
part of it.
fraternities and sororities. So like when I asked her the question, she was like, "Yeah, no, they do that too."
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And she went to Howard. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and that's an HBCU, so that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I was like, damn, like I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to find out this information, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And now it makes me wonder, like, yo, how many white fraternities have this happened
And
to?
it don't even come up, right?
Yeah, it gets swept up under
The
the
rug,
rug. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately get swept on the rug.
Especially when they're up there like the dean and shit.
Yeah.
That ain't
It's
ever.
swept under
That's
the
gonna
rug.
be just a
It's so much stuff
undisclosed
that,
event.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that we'll never know about because they will hide it. From
They-
the top of
they-
the top to the bottom of the bottom, they gonna hide it.
They will wipe their hands.
They might
and be
talk
like, it's
about
not
it.
associated at all.
Man.
Yeah, like that's crazy though, and I feel a certain way about it because, like, we all went to college at some point or whatever. It's like, man, like, why do you have to do that to people?
Nah, for sure, man.
You
And
know?
I'm sure they're gonna make an example out of them.
I hope they
because
do.
It's been and I hope they do too.
Yeah.
For sure. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
But-
that young man lost his life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Rest in peace, Caleb Wilson, for sure, 100%. And condolences
To the
to
family.
the family, for sure. But y'all need to start digging into some more of these sketchy things that's been going on in these
On your
fraternities,
campus,
for sure.
You know,
and not only HBCUs. Don't stop
No.
there.
it ain't gotta just be
You know what I'm
Howard. It could be
saying?
at University of Michigan too.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
could be at you know what I'm saying,
Chicago
Stanford,
State, whatever.
whatever. But you know, that's what's up. Like that just kind of hurt my heart, and I'm like, I had to like bring that back up just because like we
Yeah.
found out the extra information that's going on with that, and it's like, man, like you know,
For sure,
I'm glad
100%.
that like they found out something about it, like and like they found the people that did it. But I just hate to see like 3 brown black brothers that
over
that
something
it
so
was.
stupid,
That
man.
shouldn't even be that. That should be your boy. That should
Your
be your
brother.
boy.
That's
It
your
should be
brother. Y'all say y'all brothers. It's
Yeah.
fraternity. It's brothers, right? Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
We already know that this ain't. Come on, man. Like, stop it, y'all. Please
So yeah,
stop
rest
it.
in peace to Caleb for real, man. Like that was a terrible thing. Like, you know, I hate that we had to even bring it back up another week, but we found out some extra information
Yeah,
about
we
it.
got
now
I
it's
just
3
want people to
people.
know. It's 3 people now that are arrested.
And one of them is like the dean.
It's for Omega Sci-Fi, if I'm saying it right. The Q Dogs.
The Q Dogs, yeah.
Like, so he's the dean of recruitment for the Q Dogs. So he's like the top dog of that for their set or whatever.
Mhm.
Sir.
But you know,
So let's continue on with the RIPs, man.
oh man, big RIP. Junior Brigham, man. Like, I don't know if you guys know about him. NBA player. He was in the 70s. I think he retired in like the 80s. Didn't make a lot of money in the NBA.
I mean, he made like what you said, 15
Like, it was
million his
15
whole
mil,
career.
like, through it, but
That's-
you know,
that
that
was a
from
lot
the
of
set-
money.
That's a lot of money. But he really got down after his own career.
Yeah.
The man is basically Wendy. So if you guys are eating Wendy's and you have one near your house, you got to give that up to Junior. You know what I'm saying? He bought Jet Magazine and Ebony Magazine.
Hey, Dave Thomas, who?
Yeah, Dave. Yep, exactly. Straight up, like he made $1 billion. He's Shaq.
1.4 to be exact.
There we go.
1.4 billion.
So almost 2.
Say it. Say the whole number.
Almost 2.
You know what I'm saying?
But Shaq bigs up to him because Shaq says that, you know, he wouldn't be in the position that he was if it wasn't for Junior.
He would not own all that.
He would not own all
No.
of that. And he says that he always talks to Junior when he's seen him about like, you know, like what did he do like to keep himself sufficed after basketball?
Yeah.
And Junior let him know what's going on. So, you know,
Shout out to Junior for getting financially educated.
Yes.
yes. Because a lot of
Indeed.
these basketball players, football players, baseball players, as you know, Javi, man, they be done.
Yeah.
How long did they say that it takes for them to go broke?
I think it was like 2 years.
After they get done playing, they're
Yeah.
broke
Yeah.
2-3 years afterwards. So like for him to be able to do like, you know, financial literacy and be able to like say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna get me 100 Wendy's, or you know, like I'm about to buy
That man owned 100 Wendy's. That is nuts.
Jet Magazine and Ebony Magazine. I think his wife and daughter still run it to this day. Coca-Cola, right?
Do
Yeah.
we still got Jet downtown?
Yes, he owns it.
Okay.
I was telling Chris Hill, like, thank God he invested in Wendy's, because if he invested in Checkers, man, bro,
In the
different
hood,
story.
bro.
Different story, bro. Different story,
Different
man.
story, bro.
Checkers
Different
and
story.
rallies.
Checkers and rallies, bro. Like, yes. Like, at least it's Wendy's, so we got some good
Yeah,
food, bro.
yeah.
If it was Checkers, man, we'd be eating shit burgers all day,
Oh,
bro.
goodness.
Man,
them
them
is
checker
most
fries,
salty
though.
food.
Checker fries are
Checker
fire,
fries.
though.
Oh,
They're
man,
fire,
fire as
bro.
hell. Fire as
Yuck.
hell.
I love
Yeah.
Checker fries.
Nah.
But Jimmy's fries is better than
Well,
Checkers.
yeah.
Well,
Stop.
Jimmy's is better than Checkers, though.
That Jimmy's is Jimmy's. Come on,
It's
man.
Jimmy's,
Like,
bro. Like,
I'm from Chicago. I'm spoiled. I cannot get with all of these other fast food places. They trash. When you put too much salt in the food, I'm done.
yeah.
And
Done.
for all y'all out of towners that come out here, man, go to Jimmy's.
Go to Jimmy's.
Go to
Hey,
Jimmy's. Stop
hey,
going
hold on. Grand and Pulaski Jimmy's. You got to
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
right
go
one.
Grand and
Pulaski
The
Pulaski
original
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's that's been there
There's
since.
another one.
What you mean? Everybody got original whatever. This that you not Grand and Pulaski.
They call them the yellow sign stores, I think. Like they
The ones
if you-
that I think it's cash only still, right?
well, no, when you see a
Oh, yeah.
yellow, they're always yellow signs.
With the little letters that are like manually put in there.
Yep. They're always yellow sign stores. So if you see a yellow sign store, that's gonna be some good food in Chicago. But go to Jimmy's, like he said. For real.
Hey, did
Maxwell
you see
Street.
the fake Harold's?
Oh,
What's the fake Harold's?
They got a
bro.
fake Harold's by like it's by like Broadway and Irving Park.
What?
Yeah, it's called Heroes, but they got a whole different sign and everything. I'm like,
That's not Harold.
I don't know if y'all
Because
can
Atlanta
do
got a
this.
Harold's and that mug look like the club, boy. Like the
Harold's
Atlanta
Bar
Harold's.
and Grill.
Harold's Bar and Grill in Atlanta looks like a club. Boy,
Hey,
they be
speaking of-
bumping out there.
Speaking of, y'all gonna come out to the crib. I got a Harold's Bar and Grill right by my house too, so we gonna do that. And they got the buckets. They got the original Harold's buckets.
Oh, man, yeah,
so
we got to
they
slide.
They give you the wings. Like if you buy like
We
20 wings, they
gotta
put them in the
slide.
buckets and they put it on the table. Like you get the original Harold's bucket,
And it's
bro.
in the Bar and Grill.
It's in the bar and grill, bro.
Sauce,
So we get liquors and
popping
we
and
get
everything.
liquor and all that, bro.
Beer popping.
Popping, bro.
So it's
Bao sauce, everything.
So let's just say, yeah, Harold's and got them a Hooters. Yeah,
Yes,
all
they
right.
got them a Hooters, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I'm with
we
it.
in there, man.
but shouts out to Junior.
Yes,
Oh,
Joe,
yeah,
Joe.
for
you
sure,
put
for sure.
like a lot of people in the
Yes.
game. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we need more brothers like you because we got a lot of brothers that are billionaires, but not some that will give the game up to other brothers. So I got to shout that out.
Yeah,
for
please
real.
stop gatekeeping. Please stop. Just put your people on.
Yes.
Show your people how to make a trust.
Show 'em how to make some money, bro.
Show your people how to make some money. Don't just
Teach
get
them how
it.
to fish.
Please teach them how to fish. Lead them to water, and they're going to drink.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stop
sir.
making them pay for the water. Damn.
Well said, well said, well said. Javi, do you have an astonishingly odd fact that doesn't have to do anything with the migrants?
I do. I always have astonishingly odd facts. To remind everyone what astonishingly odd facts are, they're just useless facts that when people run out of conversation topics, you just kind of pull one out of your pocket. I'm full of them. For example, did y'all know? I mean, remember back in the day when you used to play video games like the Mario Brothers and the Sonic? It used to be a lot harder to play these games. You
Yes.
like fall and die. And then as video games progressed, you kind of became a better video game player.
Yeah.
I just thought we was Huff.
That's not what it was. You know what it was? Back in the day, the programming, they used to have like exactly where the edge is. If you didn't jump, you would fall and die. It was like actual real life. They implemented this 5-frame rule that they call the Wile E. Coyote rule. Named after Wile E. Coyote, because when he falls off the edge, you know how he stands in the air for a little
Yeah.
bit?
That's crazy.
They implemented that
That's
into video
crazy.
games because y'all were so huff at video games that they cheated for y'all so that y'all don't stop falling. So it's not that y'all got better at video games. It's just
Y'all
that they
suck.
implemented this 5-frame Wile E. Coyote effect so that when you jump, you don't die.
So I want to know, is that why all of us that come from that Atari and Nintendo era, when we got the PlayStation, we was beasts?
Beating
Because
ass, right.
because we were so tired of falling in the game that when we got to the point where you could float or something, we was like, what the hell? Oh, I'm cheating.
Lion King, impossible to freaking pass on your first try. Mario Brothers, the Aladdin Sega Genesis game, all these
Why
games.
was Mario Brothers so hard, fellas?
Because they didn't have that little 5
5
second
second
rule.
frame rule.
Man, that was so hard. Like now, I feel like that if I go through, I would kick ass. In
It was
Mario
like-
Oh
Brothers.
yeah, we good.
You know what I mean?
Play it now, bro.
We
You'll
probably
swear
win
you're
the whole game like
Yeah.
in one night.
Bro, I be killing Mario. I still play Mario Brothers this day, and because of that,
Because you're used to it.
I'm used to it. So
Mm-hmm.
when I get to another game and I'm floating, I'm like, yeah, whatever, stupid. And I know how to use it.
Now y'all know.
Y'all
Now
suck.
we know.
Y'all suck that
Shouts
game.
out to Midway Games too.
Thank you,
Chicago
Midway.
on.
Right
Yes,
there on
sir.
Addison.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do we have an astonishingly black fact?
Trump is trying to roll back. How do I explain it? Oh, the odd black fact is that he is trying to roll back the citizenship for us being born here, and they're literally having discussions about
How far back your citizenship
how far
goes.
back this citizenship can go, because it was only supposed to be implemented for the slaves after slavery. So even the migrants that came here, whether you were Italian, Russian, whatever the case may be, the stuff they did to them, they could eventually do it to us. And I'm going to say us because everybody that has a place of origin, yeah, they coming for us too. That's the black fact that y'all need to pay attention to, because they're literally having discussions on how far back they can go for the citizenship, so that Trump can charge you $5 million to become a citizen of the United States. Stupid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
wild.
and if
That's
you
wild.
think I'm lying, just pull it up.
Pull it
It's
up, Google it.
literally on these websites. There's literally discussions on YouTube that you can see from Congress of them having this conversation of the wording of born citizenship and how far back can they take it where they can just snatch your citizenship and you probably third generation here. the more you know.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
real.
Man,
That's crazy. Good astonishingly odd fact. Good astonishingly odd black fact. Love advice from the pod is now love advice for the pod. No, it's from the pod.
No, just love from the pod.
Love
Just
from the
love
pod.
from
It's
the
love
pod.
from the
Because
pod.
it's
Chris
Love
Hill.
Day. We showing love right now.
We showing love, man.
It's just for the. It's just
not
for the
February.
day, bro.
Not February, but we still showing love, man. So Chris Ill, love advice from the pod.
Yeah, love advice from the pod.
No,
That's now
love
for
from the
today.
pod. Love from the pod.
Just for the day, it's love for the pod. So
Let's get it. Let's get it.
There is a family, brother that came from Alabama, picking cotton, made his way up here, did everything he needed to do. He bought a bowling alley, Skyway Lanes. It's on the south side. I believe his name is Johnny Hill. Johnny Hill passed away, and his last dying wish was that his family was able to keep open the bowling alley. That's all he wanted. But they're going through problems right now. You know what I'm saying? They're having a problem with keeping the doors open, having people come in, spending money. So my thing is, I just wanted to show some love for these people. Look,
What's it
Yes,
called?
sir.
it's called Skyway Lanes,
Where they at?
South Side. So my thing is that if you are on the South Side, West Side, North Side of Chicago, y'all want to go bowl, please frequent this black-owned spot, Skyway Lanes.
9915 South Torrance Avenue.
There we go, South Side, because they need your
Oh
help
wow!
right now.
I was just here.
They need your help. They're in debt, and they are about to close. So we don't want that to happen. We need people to go there, frequent the establishment, bring some business to them so they can keep Johnny Hill's legacy alive and everything that he wanted when it came to this bowling alley. And to be honest with you, I don't know how many black-owned bowling alleys that they are. Minority-owned bowling alleys that they are.
Yeah,
So,
I
for
don't
us
know.
to have one, let's do everything that we can to keep this open. So, if y'all want to show some love, please show some love to Johnny Hill, his family, and Skyway Lanes, and go check them out, go bowl, and let's do everything we can to keep this spot open. So, no crazy ass story about something with some women or men or anything like that. We're just showing love. Today is Love Day.
Yes,
We're gonna
sir.
show
Yes,
some
sir.
love.
Yes, sir, man.
Bring
Clap
some
it up.
love
Clap
to
it
them.
up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up.
Yes,
Bring
yes,
some
yes.
love to them, man, for real. We need that. We need to keep this spot open, man. So, if y'all see this, y'all ain't got nothing to do on the weekends, go to Skyway Lanes, man. Go have you a beer. Go, have some bowling. Kick it with your family. Get some food or whatever they got over there. And
Yeah,
just,
they got a
bring
lot
some money
going on. They got
to
the menu
area.
popping and everything,
Yeah,
boy. I'm
yeah.
over here reading this here. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, man, I had some story for y'all, for love advice for the pod. But I was like, nah, today, we're gonna show love. Today's
Like
gonna
it,
be
I
Love
like
Day.
it.
So,
Yeah, it's a good pod to do it on.
yes, sir.
Everybody talking
Um,
about that pizza and everything, boy. Yeah. I might have to. Ooh, that pizza looks smacking too.
There you
Yeah.
go. Slide up
check
in
it
there.
Slide up in there, man.
Yo, you in violation, bro. Not gonna happen this week.
Why?
Yeah, I nobody really been in violation like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That I wanted to call out. You
I
know what I'm
also
saying?
talked to the production staff, and they
Nah,
was like,
yeah.
"No, we're not gonna do it this week."
Well, I
I'm
felt.
surprised Chris would speak up against this violation segment.
Yeah, you know what?
I love the violation segment. I just gotta give him some shit. That's all.
Yeah, well, Chris, I hate to inform you that you're not in command of that.
What giving you shit?
No, my segment.
Well, I, as one of the producers of this show, we kind of are.
We're keeping it in. We're keeping it in.
We
But
kinda-
nobody
What we
been in
doing?
violation
Nobody?
that I want to talk
Okay.
about. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'd be a segment where I truly feel somebody is in violation. So don't expect it each and every week.
Well,
But
can we
when
just
it's
put?
something that's egregious,
Can we put Trump in violation every week?
well,
until
Trump
you
is
figure it out?
Trump is definitely
He's
He's
definitely
in violation
Trump-
every time.
you in violation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You did the airstrikes on Yemen.
Oh
Um,
wow, yes.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Biden also did airstrikes on Yemen, so let's not act like that didn't happen.
True.
And they've been invading our warships. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really fault him for that or praise him for that. It's just something. It's us against the Houthis. They vowed that any warships that are in their waters, they're gonna fully invade. But those airstrikes, man, what I will say about them airstrikes is if you thought about it, those things happening in the U.S. and the states, that would look crazy. So whenever you doing airstrikes, you're not just striking down your opposition. You're striking down their family, innocent children, all types of
Bystanders,
stuff like
all type
that.
of stuff.
And I know stuff like that happens in war. You know what I'm saying? So like anytime it's wartime, it's never a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can never praise it. I wish that it didn't have to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know the politics behind it to fully support it or be against it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, if anything you know about this world is people go to war. And there's bad people and there's good people. And in any war, you got to fight. If the good got to fight against the bad. And whatever happens in that is whatever happens. There's no boundaries in war. You know what I'm saying? So my heart goes out to the innocent lives lost.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't, like I said, I don't know all the politics behind it. And I'm not going to pretend to. You know what I'm saying? But I know it was lives lost. You know what I'm saying? So condolences to those innocent lives lost.
Because you should not get wrapped up in no rich man's war. I hate it.
For sure. And I do want to say, even after our conversation, man, to the migrants, man, we not against y'all.
Never.
This has never been an issue between us and y'all. You know what I'm saying? And if that got confused, we do give our apologies.
Yeah,
for
definitely
that.
apology for that.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the issue.
No,
It's
the
always-
issue is me and Brandon. That's the issue. Me and Brandon.
That's
Super
it.
stupid, goofy ass.
Super stupid goofy.
And
The
you,
distribution of money, I understand that.
you know what I'm saying? And
I don't like Brandon. How about that? Okay? Fuck him.
so, but yeah, it's always us against them, and it remains to be the issue.
Exactly. Aurora.
Yeah, that
Yes.
remains to be the issue. It's always us against them, and y'all part of the us that's against them. You dig? You know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, this has been the Astonishingly
No,
podcast.
don't you do that. Hold on, you forget Saba. South Saba. March 18th. New
Yes, sir.
album, No ID. Come
Yes,
on, man,
sir.
like you
Yes,
forgetting
sir.
stuff.
Yes,
South
sir.
out to Gary. Where's Gary at? Is his name Gary?
Yeah. Shout
Shouts
out to
out to
Gary,
Gary.
man. Be in the comments all the time,
South
man.
out to Gary, bro.
Showing
yeah,
love.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, we should.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching every episode that you watch.
Straight
You're
up.
highly appreciated, for real.
Shouts out to Gary. Yo, shouts out to Lungs. Happy birthday, bro.
Shouts out to Lungs, man.
What?
Happy
It's Lungs' birthday
birthday.
today, yeah.
Damn, happy birthday, Lungs. Dang, Jack. Right,
Yeah,
right
happy-
behind my baby. Well, right before my baby, yeah.
Yeah, definitely happy birthday to Lungs. Shout out to Gary, man.
Shouts
You
out
know
to
what I'm
Gary, though,
saying?
yo, for real.
Shout out to Saba, man. Highly anticipated. We've
Can't
been
wait
waiting
for
for,
that
this
joint, bro.
drop, man. You know what I'm saying? How can I forget that? Thank you, Chris Ill. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It's dropping by the time y'all see this. It's already
be
dropped.
out.
So if you ain't heard it, go and definitely listen to that joint because that man don't never miss. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, this is the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. I go by the name of Astonish.
Javi, the one J Envy.
It's your boy Chris Hill. You already know.
High speed.
And if y'all haven't noticed, Reap had to leave. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you got some good dinner.
But he here in spirit as well. Shout out the boy Reap. Y'all go follow all of our IG, all our social media accounts. And thank y'all for tuning in. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Out.
Adios.
The Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m.